motivation. Yeah. Go own it. You own it. You own it. You own it. Are you investing your money or are you spending? You got that hunger, you come from humble beginnings. It's time to own it. No.
Let's get to it. This is the war room where it all goes down at, where we dissect the blow by blow, um, get the debaters' opinions on how they feel they did and how they feel their opponent didn't, I should say. Shout out to Shasad and Humble today for stepping into Coliseum of Arguments. Only the brave speak here. How you two feeling today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, man, fun, man.
Okay, I guess
Well,
and peace to everybody else on the panel. We got a couple guests excited to ask you gentlemen some questions. I'm sure they were in the crowd. Before we get started, I'll ask the first question. Start with Humble to the left. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
My performance was a 5 out of 5, man. You know, I had every aspect. I stayed on topic. I actually took the audience and the judges through a history trip. The great with the great collapse. And I think I actually, like I said in my debate presentation, I actually got to the meat and potatoes of why we see the culture we see today and why the Bible is the birth certificate of these two groups merging and why we see both of their traditions stitched in this Bible. And this is why we can say the biblical God Yahweh and the Canaanite God are the same.
Okay,
Not,
we go get into it. We go get into it. I just want to know how you felt about your performance. How do you feel about your performance tonight, Shasad?
On all levels.
How do you feel about your performance tonight, Shasad?
Hey man, he got cooked. Honestly, he gave up the debate like 7 times. I don't know what the.
Nah.
He gave up his premise like 7 times. I wish I could have got to show some more during the Q&A. Because that's where he wouldn't even have to fight. But yeah, I'm just mad I couldn't show some during that Q&A. That's the only thing I'm mad about. I wish I'd have been able to preface my question with showing him something like, you gotta fight that sword. That's all I wanted to do. But
next time you gotta negotiate that beforehand. You know.
Other than that, man, he got smoked. It was light work. Honestly, I could have did this with my eyes closed.
Listen, man.
Okay, next question. Start with you, Humble. Did the debate go the way you expected it to?
Exactly the way that I expected it to. Exactly. I told him, don't do that. He did it anyway. I said, bro, don't bring that stuff because I'm not. He come up there arguing stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the debate. He did exactly what I told him not to do. And that's why he got crushed.
Same question to you. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Go ahead.
Same question to you, Chasad. Did the debate go the way you expected it to?
Exactly the way that I expected it to. Hey man, I'm gonna wait because I wanna expound on some things, but yeah, it wasn't exactly the way I expected it to. How you think I knew he was gonna bring up Frank M. Cross? How you think I knew he was gonna bring up Mark Smith? How you think I knew he was gonna bring up the whole time El is a god in Ugarit? How you didn't think I knew he was gonna bring that up? What he failed to do though is show El as the name of a god in the Bible. That's what he failed to do. And he can't read Hebrew. So like it's like I'm literally this really was a teaching. Honestly, bro, I like to do these again because I get to hit certain points that I didn't get to hit like when I did it other times. So this was really just some let me hit other points that I didn't really get to smack other people with. This was light work, honestly. It wasn't exactly how I planned.
That's why he lost. That's exactly why he lost.
No, that's exactly why he won.
No,
hold on. We're gonna pass it around here shortly. Is that Sapphire down there?
Yes, yeah. Peace and blessings.
Peace to you, Sapphire. Hold on 1 second. Get through a couple of these quick basic questions, and then I'm gonna go to the panel. Everybody do me a favor right now. Share this live out. let everybody know that we're live so they can get a bite of this knowledge that we be dropping. Where am I at? Okay. I was over here working on the YouTube real quick. Yeah. Okay. Was there a moment? We'll start with your side on this one. Was there a moment that you felt like you had full control of the discussion?
The entire debate. The entire debate, like the moment he goes into the Semitic linguistics is over with. Like he don't understand. I study Hebrew. Like I literally take classes for Hebrew. I actually take classes for Semitic languages. Like I don't think you understand that. So when you go into the and then on top of that, like you said, Frank M. Cross, Mark Smith, all that. I have their actual books. You know what I'm saying? He don't actually like. Let me. Like he don't understand. It's a difference when you know your opponent's argument and where the argument is incorrect. I know his argument and where it's incorrect. He don't know my argument because he don't understand Hebrew or nothing else about the Israelite culture. Several times his own scholar went against what he said, and his scholar got challenging the claim. Did he ever? You think he rebutted that? He actually agreed with me. Do you want me to play the audio again?
Pull it up while I ask him the same question. Humble Mystic, was there a moment where you felt like you had full control of the discussion?
From the moment I first started talking. Listen, man, everything I came with was solid, grounded evidence. I knew he was going to do, number one, I knew I was going to get when we start talking about L, because I knew he was going to get stuck on the L not being a proper name. I know it's the same thing you're doing now. He don't know the Semitic language. That's why at the end I kept pulling up Elroy. So that's why I kept getting the judges. Hey, yo, y'all go do y'all studies. I had them the whole time. That's why I was asking the questions I was asking. Hey, yo, so in Genesis 6:3, no. Hey, yo, are you crazy? What? So now you're going against your own Bible? What? I had him the whole time, man. The whole time.
Let's go.
Then he still didn't get to deal with the bronze. He ain't deal with nothing I brought. He ain't deal with the Bronze Age collapse. He ain't deal with the Shasu. He ain't deal with where y'all. He ain't deal with none of that. He ain't deal with no history. He just went to books and started trying to quote things out. Oh, look, they deal with this. Look, they deal with that. None of that was even organized. Terrible.
You said terrible.
Wait, listen to this. Like you said terrible, right?
Terrible, y'all. He terrible.
Oh my God. So once again, hey, humble. Once again, dude. Now this is the funny part. Does the word Elyon, El, Yam, Dagon, are these words limited, or do they start off in Ugarit?
You said, do they start off in Ugarit?
Yeah.
No.
So
this like, are we serious? Like, what? You sitting there trying to posit L and Ugarit.
Gotta do what the debate.
Let me finish. Let me finish. He's trying to refer that the biblical word El is in reference to the Canaanite god El in Ugarit.
Exactly.
He just admitted that these words aren't limited to Ugarit. They predate Ugarit. You're done.
It is over.
You're done.
Where you at, A1?
I'm right here. Check your cash app to side.
Favor, A1. Hey, since you the unbiased one, can you check your chat GBT and see if Elroy, if the name El and Elroy is a proper name for the Canaanite god El? Can you do that for us?
Can you type it in? You got a screen share though? Can you type it in and I just pull it up?
I got you. Listen, I got it right here. I just wanted you to be the unbiased host. That's all.
Okay. I mean, I can type it in for you. I don't feel like typing though. I ain't gonna.
No, look, I got you. Look, I could share it and all of that. I just wanted you to be the unbiased host. I didn't want nobody to think I was tampering with nothing, right?
I'm not.
So look, the same thing is right here. Anybody could pull this up, bro. This is academic consensus we're dealing with here. Right? Yes, El is commonly thread. Proper name of the chief deity El is the El. Let me show so I know I ain't doing nothing. Is the El a proper name for the chief Canaanite deity El? Yes, El is commonly a thread as the proper name of the chief deity Canaanite god El. Even though the same semantic root also means God more generally, in North Semitic West Semitic usage, it can function both as a common noun, which he's trying to run from, and a divine name that he's trying to run from of a specific deity. Why this matter? In Canaanite Ugaritic religion, El is the high god, father of the gods, the head of the pantheon. At the same time, the Hebrew and related Semitic language, El can simply mean God or deity, which is why the terms can be ambiguous in the biblical text. So, if you mean a Canaanite deity, then yes, El is a proper name.
You just cut yourself.
No, I did not.
But
No.
yeah, let's go to some questions from the panel. Let's start with GD and Capone. Did you watch the debate, Capone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations to both of the debaters, Humble and Kasai. Y'all both stepped it up. Humble, you stepped it up on the scholarship, even though you use like some of the same scholars, like even in our debates. But your presentation, for the most part, you did step up your scholarship, right? Even when you reference some of the biblical passages and everything, that was congrats for that, right? And Kasai, my head go off to you, bro. You stepped up your scholarship. You had this debate over what? This probably like the third time, and each time I done seen you use different sources, so the scholarship was definitely stepped up. You didn't reuse sources. You didn't reuse arguments. You came, you defended the stance in 3 different times, and you dominated in all 3. So, congrats to you and good scholarship. Right.
Who do you think won the debate?
So I'm edging Kasai, and I got my reasons why. Because, well, I'm saying, so Humble, you started off strong. The reference of all the El uses in the by the patriarchs, you know, the Exodus 6 and 3, the El Roy, the El Shaddai, the altar that Jacob set up. All that was strong, but you ran into a wall once you started conflating. Once I think like in your second round, you started conflating things and misreferencing it. And I thought, I don't know if you did that on purpose or was it a mistake, but it was kind of disingenuous, right?
What I misreference?
You said that Jeroboam set up the altar, the 2 bulls.
He did.
In Exodus. Only one calf was set up in Exodus, even though they both used the same phrase. Aaron says, this is your God that brought you out of Egypt.
Right.
And Jeroboam says it later in 1 Kings.
Right.
But those 2 different time periods. Jeroboam is during the time of the monarch. Aaron is a priest that was when the children of Israel came out of Egypt. So you conflated that a little bit. And then like with your son, you used William D. Devers and Israel Finkelstein, even though they have opposing views, they don't agree. But you used them too, like as if they was agreeing with each other.
They do agree on the fact they both agree on the fact that the South and the North merged and everything about them merged, even their gods merged. They both agree on that fact.
Well,
Now,
all right. Let me just finish my smile. Also, I think you ran into a wall. As far as your information, I think you started regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. You didn't bring new information going towards your last rounds. So that's why Kasai, like I said, he challenged your source, your primal source. He challenged the document hypothesis. All that was phenomenal.
Documentary.
But
do me a favor though, Kasai. Go and read 1 Kings chapter 12 for me.
Bro, one thing though, Humble, this is my question to you, right?
Huh?
Did you, now I've seen you just do it just now, but did you at any time in the debate establish that El was the name of the Canaanite deity.
Yes, I did that in the debate. And also, I want you to go and read 1 Kings 12, what I cited in my debate as well, where Jeroboam built 2 golden calves. Not
Yeah,
one.
you said Exodus when you said that was in Exodus. That was in Kings. That's what I said.
I said that
So-
was a Kings.
No, you said Exodus. So you probably misspoke. It's all good. But what source did you use to establish that El was the Canaanite, was the name of the Canaanite deity?
The Bible. Elroy. Go look up Elroy.
Yeah. So you just brought up. So okay, you just brought. Look, humble. Listen to what I'm saying. Look, listen to what I'm saying. You using the Bible to establish that El was a Canaanite deity. When the Bible say the deity of the Canaanite, was named Baal. And also we have the Baal cycle that is written in Ugarit, which is what you are referencing about the. Hold on, let me finish. What you are referencing in terms of a Canaanite deity named El. You're using.
Thank you. He keep trying to merge the Baal cycle in the Hebrew Bible, and he act like he's not trying to do that.
Hold on.
Can I please?
GD and Capone, do you have a question for each of these two? Let's go with some questions. Let's do it like that.
I asked him a question, but he didn't establish that El was a Canaanite deity, and he didn't use a source for that. Because the Bible doesn't say that. Because you just looking at words that says El, when what you just pulled up, it said that it's used as a common noun.
A proper name. What are you talking about?
Never mind. All right, so I'm gonna land right there. So he never established that El was a Canaanite deity. He never gave a source that El was a Canaanite deity. That's all I was saying. And well, that's it. I'll let somebody else talk. I'll come back around for you.
A1, can I share something real quick? Since A1 wanted to pull up Chat GTP and stuff, can I share something real quick?
You mean humble?
yeah, humble want to pull up Chat GPT and shit. Like,
yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Instead of actually pulling up scholars in actual Hebrew language, that's ridiculous. So listen to this. It says the name title El is attested about 200 times in the Hebrew Bible and is usually employed as a designation for Yahweh Jehovah, whether found in close proximity to that divine name or not. They give you examples. But look, listen to this. It says the occasional use of a definite article with El, literally the God, Ha-El, further indicates the use of this term as a title. This whole time he keep trying to argue about, is it a name or is it a title? Then he keep trying to merge Ugarit with the biblical text. Those are 2 different texts and 2 different cultures. And he's acting like he's not doing that. He's acting like he's not jumping to 2 different cultures. So when we actually pull up this biblical text, which he cannot read, which he cannot break down, he asked me, what did Jacob call what do you call the thing that he erected? Literally right here, the same exact words. But now it's not used in the sense of, oh, he's talking about the Canaanite. Who is he talking about when he says this? Ha-El-L-O-E. Who is that talking about? It's the same exact wording.
I'm asking you, who is that? Yeah, you get into who they talking about.
Bro. Who is? If you would stop and listen to the whole question, you would shut up. If you would stop, if you listen to the whole question, you would shut up. Who is this with the definite article, meaning there is no other entity that it can be talking about? It's literally telling you this is the God of your fathers. Who is this talking about? Definite article. Remember what we just read. Please remember. The occasional use of a definite article with the word El, literally the God, further indicates the usage of this term as a title. I really want you to answer my question now. Who is that? Who is that entity? Please answer. Oh, okay, because we got the text up. Because we can literally pull up the text and it literally says the God Yahweh. Literally telling you he is the God. When I brought up the text in the debate where it says I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's literally telling you who the deity is. You cannot then insert another God into the text. What are you talking about? Now you got real quiet when I actually asked him a question to stand on the text.
Never became a generic title. Because you have the history completely backwards. According to Dr. Mark Smith, which he misquoted earlier, see, this is the difference between the real researchers and brothers like him, right? See, we get the books. In the early history of God, El was a proper name for the Canaanite high god El, long before it ever became a generic title. I even pointed to that in my first round. It became a generic title to what? 900 to 500 BCE?
Never dealt with it. Never dealt with it. See, he could do that. I could do this too. Same thing with Capone. Oh, he never dealt with the L was not a what?
Humble, you know you just effed up, right? You know you just effed up, right? Keep talking.
That just you just brother.
Nah, he ain't cut himself. Keep doing what you doing, Humble. I thought Javante Davis.
I cut
He did cut himself. You know what you're talking
I
about.
thought Javante Davis was retired. I see you back in the ring, knocking him out.
Listen, real fast if I can.
Play that again, Humble.
Hold on, Capone. The reason I beat him, right, is because while he's jumping around here worrying about the title and a generic name, right, he didn't even, like I said earlier, deal with the meat and potatoes, right, which was the Bronze Age collapse. He couldn't even tell you what these people were doing during the Bronze Age collapse. This is why I was giving y'all the history, right? Because the history tell you what these people who had these two gods was doing. And we know the Bronze Age collapse is what led these two groups of people in the same spot at the same time. This is where we started to get the assimilation of Yahweh and El. He's trying to show you, oh, well, there was no joining and there was no people. These people had the same God the whole time. How could that be? We know they had a history in Canaan. We know that Canaan had a history of highlands. Just as I brought up in my, he's not dealing with that because he know the moment he deal with that he wrong. That's why he's not historically accurate. This is why I won the whole debate. He ain't deal with nothing all day.
You put those accounts together and you didn't even demonstrate how they even joined together. You didn't demonstrate how the culture even converged together.
He's done. Can I get
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I most definitely gave you when the South came up, the church came down, and I gave you they didn't only assimilate in culture, but they assimilated in shrines, they assimilated in temples.
Hey, now listen. He said, "Look,
you didn't show no archaeological findings that was unearthed to even prove that to even say that. So you lying. You up here lying. You just humble. That's all you are."
Hey, Cypher, I'm gonna pass it right back to you. I just want to play this audio because he lied. He said I never addressed this. First of all, I went directly to the time frame that you went into, 900 BCE, and I showed an artifact that told you who the God of Israel was. Did you address that?
You gave it at what time?
No, he did not address that. Bro, I let you play your audio and go. Stop interrupting. No, you finna take this beat. Listen,
exactly why I say it was assimilated.
Listen, you finna take this beat. Listen. He said I never addressed the Ugarit and the L and all that. Listen, actually, you didn't address. I went to before you. I went during your time, and I went after. There was listen.
Yeah.
Khan, I wanna you can start my time. I want to give all praise to the Most High God. Yeah, he killed himself. Listen to this very clearly. So, in the other culture that I show sources for, Amen, Amorite, Ebla, Akkad, can you show in their documents where they have a God named El as the name of the God? No, but
Listen. You said no. I literally actually addressed your claims. I literally addressed.
You literally cut the thing.
Stop. I literally addressed your claims. You literally try to posit. You literally just tried to posit El and Ugarit as being older than these other pantheons. I literally showed you.
That clap. You see how he's trying to move
Oh
the
my
goalposts
God.
because he don't want to
God.
deal with the
Oh
assimilation.
my
Okay, let's
God.
pass it around. Isign, did you watch the debate?
Yeah, I watched my man Humble just destroy this boy. Great job, Humble. Great job. What you said is 100% right. And the fact that they don't want to accept the fact that Yahweh is an afterthought God. You keep saying Abraham, and he said this last night. He said Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if Jacob's God is the same God as Abraham's God, then there should be no differentiating from that. But who did Abraham go to as his priest, who he paid tithings to? That was Melchizedek. So who did Melchizedek speak to? Put my screen up for me, A1. We can kill all this.
Hey, bro, what's your question, man? You ain't finna What's your question?
I'm not trying to hear all that.
What is your question? Hey, bro, what is your question?
Hey, excuse me.
What is your question?
I believe he gave me the floor, so be quiet. Thank you.
What's your question, though?
Thank you, bro. I'll get to my question after this. Elyon, this is a source in the way you used the source the other night and tonight. But look what it says. El Elyon, Most High God, a name of God used in a number of Old Testament books, especially Genesis and Psalms. When Abraham paid tithes to Melchizedek, Genesis 14:70-22, this is the name by which the priests worship God. So y'all kept saying that this name El wasn't used. It was used even well before Yahweh. And then the priest, resembling the Son of God, said unto Abraham, blessed be Abraham by God Most High. You keep trying to say that's Yahweh.
That don't make no sense. Your point is minute.
It's your Bible talking. Be quiet. And makes the heavens and the earth, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered the enemies into your hand. Then it begins to tell you this name occurs exactly in this form again in Psalm 78:35, but there are Psalms with variations of the name. For example, Psalm 7:17 and 47:2 says the Lord. Isn't that the word you always use? Chesed, okay, Yahweh, Most High. While Psalms 57:2 and 78:56 use God Elohim, Most High. Frequently, Elyon, the highest, is used by itself as the name of God. Numbers 24:16, Deuteronomy 32:8, 2 Samuel 22:14, Psalms 9:2, 18:13, 21:7, 46:4. And you're saying this isn't being used? Look at all. I'm not even going. I don't need to read all of this. This is all referring to El.
That's
and you claim to speak
Hebrew.
Hebrew. No, get out of here. It's all, it says it right here, and you can't argue it. Now, here's the other thing. Check this out.
And it's a straw man.
It ain't no straw man. You're just getting beat up with your own words. That's the problem. When you go to Hosea 26:2-6, look what it says here. Because you guys borrow gods. In this day, declares the Lord, you will call me my husband. You will no longer call me my master. And it says Baal or Lord. So he once was called Baal, which came through the Canaanites. This is what the brother's been telling you. Y'all are borrowing gods. I'm done. They're cool. Great job.
Stop being the poor.
I didn't cut you off. Hey, bro, I didn't cut you off. You notice a hit dog hollers. Every time I say something, they want to jump in because they can't handle the truth. That's why I said my man knocked him in his head. I did the same source that Shazad used. Now, all of a sudden, it don't count. But if you go back and pull up, he used that last night, and I used it tonight. But now tonight it doesn't count. That's what I'm telling you. They bums. They full of crap. Great job again.
I'm just saying that point wasn't even made.
It ain't your turn.
Let me. Yeah, you was just going. You were just dialoguing, Sapphire. I want to go to Oli next. Oli,
can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead, Chesed. You want to respond?
Yeah, nobody paying attention to iBuns. He got cooked last night on his own show. Listen to this. Y'all called him, what's his name? iSon? We call him iBuns, bro. Nobody listen to dude. Listen to this.
Yep, you just got caught. I just told you to go into that and show that you can't do it. Okay, so next question. Can you show in the other cultures that I show sources for, Ammon, Amorite, Ebla, Akkad, can you show in their documents where they have a god named El as the name of the god?
No, but I could show you.
No, you're done. That's it. Yep, you just said no. So
that's not me.
Already.
So no, because Humble said Humble. Hold on. I'm not even talking to I-Buns. I'm not talking to you. You get ignored. You're garbage. You're I-Buns.
You fake broke looking polite.
Humble, you said I cut it. I didn't cut it. That was the whole audio. Literally, after you said no, after you said Humble. After you said no, that's your answer. You finished. You got cooked. You got cooked. So once again, he keep trying to posit L as being oldest in Ugarit. It's incorrect. Ugarit does not have no authority on the usage of the word L. As I went into the older cultures, he said no. He said no. I can't show it. So we're done.
He's dealing with all these other cultures, but he's not dealing with the people that moved to the highlands, which we today call the proto-Israelites. He's not dealing with those people.
Because you making stuff up. You making it up. Because you making it up.
This is why he don't want to deal with the Bronze Age collapse.
Hey, I'm glad you talked about that. I'm glad you talked about it. Let me show something real quick. Because you mad, you lucky I wasn't able to show stuff in the Q&A. Let me show you, because you don't know nothing about chronology. Let me show you. This is why I told you I will smoke you, bro. Talking about some 14th century BCE Sullivan. You don't know nothing about chronology.
Okay, before y'all have a whole nother debate all over again, I want to pass it around to everybody on the panel though.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad, go ahead.
He hurt bad.
King J. Wait, no, I wanted to go to O.
It was supposed to be Sapphire. I did cut him off a few times.
Sapphire was already dialoguing back and forth. He got away.
Why is I-Buns talking? Why is Buns talking?
Hey, fake polite. Be quiet. It's not your turn to talk.
Buns talking.
Buns.
Everybody talking but Oli.
Little girl
pass it to Gideon.
Pass it to Gideon. Buns is just freaky.
Shalom. What's going on, A1?
I see you, King J. I'm just on the second row. I'm working my way down. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good, man. All praise to the Most High name, Yahshua. Shout out to my brother Kasai, man. Life be life, and man. Shout out to my brother Humble. I didn't see the debate. I'm just basically here to support. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna check it out because both of these brothers know what they're talking about. But this pretty much Kasai wheelhouse, man. I don't, because I'm on the side of Kasai. The facts just speak to, that point. But like I said, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all brothers, man.
Yeah, appreciate you. Prince Cosman, you next.
Oh man, you got this pseudo in here. What's good?
What's up? Peace to the gang, man. What's up? Salute. All praise to the one, ever present great spirit, the creator, the father, you know what I mean? Peace to the gang, man. Shalom. You said I gotta ask a question?
Yeah. Did you see the debate?
Yeah, I was in and out. But I kind of got, for the most part, what they were talking about. And you already know, I mean, I'm very, very, I'm proud of everybody on the panel for having these type of conversations, because it's all culminating, you know what I'm saying, to the Father, you know what I mean? But dealing with El and all the pantheon of gods that Israel worshipped and other nations besides Israel worship, the Canaanites, all of those gods, right? It's good. What I'm saying is, it's good that we talking about these gods. I rock with the false god killers. You see, y'all still, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say each and every one of y'all, but a lot of people who still reading the Bible and believe in the Bible, hook, line, and sinker, they're not even thinking about who the Lord is, who God is. You see, the fact that we over here talking about El, who was a god, versus Baal, who was a god, versus Astaroth or Dagon, whoever else are claiming to be gods. We got a problem, because God and the Creator ain't the same. The Lord and the Creator ain't the same. Who the Bible says the Lord, Lord, Yahweh, whatever y'all say, that's not the Creator. But it's good that we having these conversations about these gods, because it's going to culminate to us eventually judging their character. You see, if your God is telling you to go to war, the character of war That's literally the mark of the beast.
Hey, hold on, no, I'm about to stop you, Cosman. I love all that stuff you talk about. We're gonna say that for your own episode because you completely off topic. The title was "Were the Canaanite God El and Yahweh one and the same?"
Oh, so that's what
you didn't see the debate.
So let me go. Let me make it plain. Yes.
Yeah, land your plane.
Let me land my plane and make it plain. Simply put, I don't know which one was for yay or nay, to be honest, but it is the same God. Baal and El, same nigga.
Got you. King J, you were waiting patiently, brother. Go ahead. Get it in.
Hey, the platform, piece of the panel. Yeah, the wins are humble. Topic. Yeah, I get a win to humble. But it was overall good debate. Question. I just have one question to the panel. I'll ask each one the same question. Because it seems to be just like confusing in regards to proper names and common nouns, right? So when the brother is saying El isn't in the Ugaritic, he's right, because it's Il, right? So in the Ugaritic text, it's Il. In the Hebrew, which is 400 years later, damn near 500 years later, it's El. So they both are spelled Aleph Lamed in the Ugaritic, and the Hebrew is spelled Aleph Lamed El. So they're both spelled the same. They're both linguistic cognates, meaning they are both Northwest Semitic languages. So when the brother is trying to act as if Hebrew is so totally different than the Ugaritic or the Ebla tablets or the Canaanite scripts or the any of the other Moabite scripts, they all are Northwest Semitic scripts, Northwest Semitic languages. So they have a shared culture. They have a shared culture, a shared tradition, and they all have the same linguistic cognate. So even in the Ugaritic, the word Il, Aleph Lamed in the Hebrew is El. They both are spelled Aleph Lamed, and they both mean God. I would ask them, Israel, right, is a theophoric name, which means it contains the name of the deity. I would ask the brother who is making the argument that El does not exist as a proper name. What is the word Israel? Is it a common noun or is it a theophoric name, which is a proper name?
That's a question to me, right?
To both of y'all, I guess.
Hold on, let me.
Hold
on.
Question.
You are correct in saying the earliest accounts in those pantheons don't show the deity El. They don't. So when they
that's King J. I don't know why he's.
He be just.
Hold on, bro. Why you, bro? He asked me a question. Why is you talking? You get that.
Let him answer, humble. Let him answer. Let him answer.
That's not what I asked you.
Hey! You get to answer next. I played it for a reason, bro. Be quiet. I got it.
Let him answer.
This man keep bringing up theophoric element. I literally brought that out in my debate.
Are you going to answer the question?
I'm literally answering your question. The El element is the theophoric element in Israel, right? Has nothing to do with the Canaanite god El. We showed several cultures where they have the word El and it's not in there is no god El in those cultures. As you say out your own words, King J.
You are correct in saying the earliest accounts in those pantheons don't show the deity El.
Bro.
Right. They don't. Hold on, brother. We finna end this right now. Because it's so disingenuous. I'm gonna get off of the gas. It's so let me talk.
Stop talking. You're the same guy that said the
Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna cut over me? Are you gonna let me talk? Or are you gonna let me answer the question, brother?
I never asked you a question.
Brother. For one, you never answered my question. You never answered my question.
I literally just answered it.
Aside, now it's my turn to respond, brother. You're done. Let me respond. You said what you said. You cutting me off. You made a claim. Now I'm responding.
I didn't make a claim. I
Brother, you did make a claim. You played a radio audit of me claiming that I said. Thank you. You made a radio claim saying that I said something, and I'm debunking it. I'm rebunking it. I didn't say that. You're taking it out of context. You took it out of context. Now you're screaming and hollering.
You didn't
because
say
you're
that.
being disingenuous. Calm down. No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that. No, I didn't say it.
Jay, just answer what you're going to answer because you're going to be going back and forth. Just say what
I can't answer. He keeps screaming. He keeps calling every time I respond. He's trying to cut. He's doing it on purpose. I can't even. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I need 2 switches. Red pack. When the brother made the little clip that he just clipped out of context, I am telling him because we have this is the same exact debate that me and the brother 1978 Qatar is having. What I'm telling the brother is that there is no Yahweh in the Ugaritic ball cycle. We don't see Yahweh. We don't see Yahweh until we get the Dead Sea Scrolls, where they are trying to assimilate Yahweh into the tradition. That is the whole argument. So I don't understand what he thinks he's making a point. He's being crazy. Yahweh is not the fact. The point that I made is that we do not see, since we don't see Yahweh in the Ugaritic tradition, that shows that he is not a Levantine Canaanite deity. That's the point. The point is that we don't see Yahweh until the 10th century when he is assimilated into the pantheon by the Yahweh through pantheon reduction and assimilation. That's the whole point of me saying that we don't see Yahweh in that pantheon. So, I don't think he's being honest when he's making these clips and clipping them out of context. But so to answer the question, I don't think he really understands what he's talking about when he's talking about theophoric names. Israel is a proper name. It's a theophoric name that refers to the deity itself. What is the deity in Israel that is referring to? El, the end. That's telling you the name of the deity that is that is worshiping. So, I mean, it's really cutting clear. I'm sorry, I'm cutting straight. It's really cutting clear because we don't see even the name Yahweh mentioned in any text besides Egyptian text, the Solib inscription, 1400 BC of the Sashi of Yahweh. And then we see later on the Murder Patah stela that possibly mentions it. We don't see any Yahweh mentioned after that until 10th century. So the brother has to prove something. Like, show me Yahweh in Canaan. Show me Yahweh in the Levant, in the Bronze Age.
Yep. He's going to show you the word Lord.
I appreciate you for that, King J. Brody. Right on point, man. Right on
point. Can I respond to some of the stuff that was said? Did everybody speak?
Hold on, man, because I didn't even speak yet. You know what I'm saying? Just let me speak.
I haven't got to speak either.
Oh, okay.
So calling on you, Quantum. Go ahead.
Well, wait a minute. Is Josiah going to respond to what he just said, or no?
I don't know. He muted.
My bad, y'all. I stepped away.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see I was muted. Go ahead. Let this guy, because he was supposed to spark.
No, you can respond to him since that was just fresh, man. I don't want to get in the middle of nothing.
There you go.
Go ahead.
He's giving the floor back to you, Josiah.
Yeah, go ahead, Josiah. I don't want to get in the middle of nothing.
Well, actually, I would want for Humble to answer the question. Kasaz answered it. Now I want Humble to answer the same question.
Y'all said the same thing.
All right. So Israel is a proper name that denote the children of the Canaanite Hagar.
He literally just passed me the floor. He literally just told me they want me to respond.
He wanted me to answer next.
They literally just told me they want me to respond to King J. It's finna be
it's for Humble to answer the question. Your brother, you've already answered
J, just let him answer. No. You wanted to respond, so I'm going to respond.
Kasad already answered. You want to answer 3 times?
No, you wanted to respond, so I'm going to respond.
Brother, you've already responded.
Ain't no brother my nuts, nigga. You wanted to respond, so I'm going to respond.
Hey, just let him respond, because he going to act
like
it.
Go ahead, Humble. Go ahead, Humble, and I'm going to go after you. Go ahead, Humble, because I buns. We don't need you to talk.
Go first,
Thank you. Go
The
ahead,
name
Humble.
right, yo, is the L on the end of that is a proper noun denoting the Canaanite high god El. We know this because in the 12th century, when they found the pottery, I was just talking about William G. Denver, right? They found the pottery, they found the houses, and even the language in which we call Proto-Canaanite, right, or Proto-Hebrew, right, was a sister language to Canaanite. So this is how we know El during that time was a proper noun. And the people who migrated to the highlands took that name, not only that name, but that God with them. I land my plane with that.
I agree.
Killing them.
Oli, Quantum, go
You
ahead.
gone,
You have
Humble?
any questions or comments? Did you see the debate, Quantum?
Can I go? Oh, I'm gonna go after you, Quantum, bro.
Bet. Yeah.
No,
I watched the debate.
I'm next after Quantum, yo, bro.
Yeah, he ain't even anxious to talk. Go ahead, Quantum.
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
Not you.
Oh, my bad.
Down. Go ahead, bro.
First, I want to say shout out to the debaters and interlocutors. Y'all did wonderful, man. With y'all arguments and what y'all was claiming. Shout out to the debate league. It's blood on the Coliseum floor, man. Of course, you know me. I'm always on a whole different type of mindset when I come to these, so I feel like I can come to it with a more unbiased view than a lot of people. And I think the debate comes where they just collapse in three different questions into one. The debate topic was, is the Canaanite El and Yahweh the same deity, right? If I ain't mistaken. Can you just shake your head, Shazam, or somebody?
Right.
Says so? Yeah. Okay, so, and that's what I kept on, like when I was listening to the debate, that's what I couldn't get out my head, because El can refer to the specific Canaanite God, and it can refer to the word God in Canaan, right? And if Yahweh is the proper name for the God of Israel, the real issue is not whether ancient groups started with identical theology. The real issue is whether the biblical God presents Yahweh as the same highest deity that the Canaanite El represented, or did when the Hebrews took over Canaan, did they turn El, since El means God, and they say, oh, that's what God means? Yeah, we say Yahweh. Then that's the same thing. And that's the point that it seemed that I would have been arguing. Humble, I was very upset with you because after the debate, you said what you should have said in the debate, probably your second round. I don't remember exactly what you said. If you go back and watch the clip, I'm talking about right after the debate, y'all said y'all closing things and y'all started talking, you pulled something up that showed what I was just saying right here. So if that was the argument, then to me, the affirmative one, because Chasad went throughout the whole thing, pointing that out, that El means God, but he was saying that it ain't the title. But that ain't for Humble to prove that, you know what I'm saying, the historical reference of the name word El, if he can prove that when they say Yahweh, they mean El, which is God. So, and that's what I say about it. Like I said, I could be wrong about it because I have an unbiased view in this. I don't got too many particulars in these. I just think that y'all got the wrong idea about what y'all was even arguing. And if the argument was what it was, then Humble, the affirmative one to me.
Can I respond to him real quick?
No, you got let Sapphire go, then I gotta go.
Go ahead.
All right, first and foremost, our praise to the Most High Yah, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. Of course, you already know Hassad won, hands down. So let me ask you a question, Humble. When you were referring to Genesis 16 and 13, you said Rebecca, but I know you meant Hagar. Did Hagar acknowledge who El Roi was or is?
El.
No. Do you know if Hagar was referring to Yahweh when she said El Roi, or
there was no Yahweh during that time.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so
hold on. Exactly. Why do they keep interjecting Yahweh?
Okay, so man, be quiet because I know what you're talking about because we about to get to the bottom. First and foremost, the Israel, the El is talking about Elohim. First and foremost, it's talking about the Most High God. Elohim.
It don't say Israel Elohim.
Be quiet.
Israel.
Be quiet.
Hold up, he just said
Don't let King J jump in.
Let him
Be
go.
quiet, King J.
He
Be quiet, I-Buns and King J. Be quiet. I-Buns and King J. Be quiet. Sapphire,
Okay,
your
so-
turn.
Broke the light.
Okay,
Go
so if A1 can please blow up my screen. We're gonna get to the bottom. Is this clear? Is it coming out clear?
It's a little blurry, Bo.
It's still blurry.
It ain't focused.
It's back
that's
up in
all.
here. Yeah, because the words on the right are clear, but yeah, that's good right there.
That's good right there. Okay, so I want you to pay attention.
Oh, now you zoom. Now you getting closer. Back up.
I'm getting close. Is this good? Okay, this is
More hair. Back up.
this is Genesis 16:13.
Yeah, right there. Stay right there.
All right, man, my hand's not steady. Hold on.
Any closer,
Hold
you
it, time
start getting blurry, man.
All right, let me go right. Let me do it like this.
No, that ain't working. You got it sideways.
That ain't working.
Hey,
You want
man,
me to just
say,
fill
man.
up the whole
Hey, man,
chapter
say,
for
man,
this
you
one,
on the
bro?
big screen, man. Get that right.
Oh man, hold on. Is it right now?
Yeah, that's right.
That's straight. That's straight. Keep it like that.
All right. So look, this says Waitikura Shem Yahweh or Yahweh, right? So it says, and she called the name Yahweh. How do we know? And it's going blurry. Man, so, hey, hold on.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. I see it clear.
You see it clear?
I see it. I see
Okay.
it. I can read it.
What is this book copy written?
Okay, so
Dude,
look.
this how dumb I-Buns is. That's the Hebrew text, bro. Shut up.
Right.
Care what it is.
So-
you can put what you want there.
All right. So, anyways, for the slow ones in the back. So it says, Waitikra, and she called Shem Yahweh, or some say Yahweh, Hadabar Eleha, to her, et El. Hold on. El. Let me get my pointer right. Roy. Right there. Roy. So she literally.
You muted, Sapphire. You muted.
So
That's because
you can take me down. So she literally called upon the name Yahweh or Yahweh and said that he is the God who sees me. Hold on. So let me go here real quick. For you, Humble.
God. This is
Hold on, let me go here. Let me go here real quick for you, Humble. So now you says that El is a proper name, and that El or Il that King J tried to bring out, which I'm gonna crack your head real quick too. So you're saying that El is a proper name?
I'm saying that to be clear.
Be
I'm
quiet,
saying
King J. I'm
that
not talking to you.
you
Humble.
asked the question.
Yes or no?
L is a proper name and a commonality. Be both.
No. Yes or no?
This question for Humble.
What you say?
It depends on the context. It depends on the
No, King J,
context
be
in which
quiet.
you're using it in.
If I had the button, I
Queen
would
J,
put you
be
down,
quiet.
King J. Okay. Okay, so Humble Mystic, my brother. By the way, hold on. By the way, just let me say this real quick too. Both of y'all did a good job on the presentation. I like y'all presentations. They be fired. Okay, so now, Humble, you said that El is a proper name.
Yes.
And that it's the god of Ebla, or
It's the God of the Canaanites.
The god of Canaan. Okay, so hold on. Let me go here real quick because I can't share a screen. I had to go to books, King J. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me share this real quick. I got to go to books. I don't have a screen to share. Hold on. Stick with me. I'm right here. I'm about to pop up right now. I'm about to pop it up right
Queen
now.
J, you
Boy.
can't even read Hebrew. I don't know why you talking.
Gun Beni Elohim.
Be quiet, Queen J. You can't even read
Sons
Hebrew.
of
Why are you
Elohim.
talking?
Put me on the screen. Put me on the screen real quick.
Kasai, you done lost this
Put me
debate
on the
3
screen
times in
real
a
quick.
row.
This is called biblical scholarship. Anybody who studied the Bible, they have to go through these kind of degrees or disciplines to even understand what we're talking about when we're dealing with the Bible in the language of the Bible. Can you put me up on the screen real quick? I just want to show this real quick because I don't have a screen to share. I could share my camera. Okay.
Can you make it on the big screen, A1?
Yeah, keep it on the big screen.
I'm about to go get some food, man.
This is garbage.
I'm about to go get some food.
You can say it's garbage all you want, but you can't disprove what I'm showing, and you don't have no scholarship. Okay, so this is the second. I can't even get it. Come on.
Ain't no way you reading the Masoretic text talking about you got scholarship.
Queen
Like,
J,
brother,
quiet, bro. You
God
bun.
don't want you to do it.
like at least bring the highlight out. You
Like
using the
Queen J, be
Strong's
quiet, bro.
Concordance
You can't even
and
read nothing.
and King James versions of the Masoretic
real
text.
quick.
Crazy.
Real quick. This is the Brown Drivers Briggs Hebrew Lexicon. I mean, we can get to the lexicons.
But you're not using them. You're not using them because they give you different definitions. I know, so that's how you know that you're making up stuff because you're choosing to use the Masoretic.
Queen J, be quiet, bro.
Be quiet.
You're choosing to use the Masoretic for a reason.
They talk that truth.
So L is a noun masculine. Also, it's a public relation, meaning that this is something that's common spoken among the people, right? Okay, we don't see. It says Samaritan, it says Phoenician, it says Sabbatean, it says Assyrian, Aramaic, okay, and it is going. It
Brother, you don't think that the end and the dot
Be quiet, Queen J.
proper name?
Man, can you be quiet?
I know now why I would never take this mess.
So,
this is garbage.
Okay, so this is a noun masculine. Okay, let's go down. It says applies to men, applies to angels, applies to gods of nations. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. So again, L is a generic term that means might, power, and even goes, into someone's deity, like the children of Israel. The deity of Israel is Yah. So, and most importantly, Elohim. We know the Most High. We know that the most powerful one is Elohim, and this is not plural. This is in the singular. Plural, or as in power, the most mighty one. So in there, we could get into it, King J, because I definitely want you in the ring, and you too, son.
No, anytime.
Can you share my screen, please?
All that talking just to contradict himself.
Yes.
How was that contradictory? I just showed you first and foremost that it's not even a Canaanite. It says nothing about no nation of Canaan was even mentioned in the line. There was no other as far as Ugarit. That is Ebla, in the town of Ebla. You didn't see nothing about no Ebla. You didn't see nothing about Ugarit, my nigga. I didn't contradict nothing.
Hey, Humble, I'm about to go get some food. You hosted for like 15 minutes. If anybody acting up, Humble kicking your ass off, no questions asked. So fall back on answer questions until I get back, Humble. Just host real quick.
All right, bet.
I appreciate
Can you share my screen, Humble, please?
Go ahead.
Don't explain nothing to nobody, Humble. People playing crazy, get them out of here.
Can you share my screen, Humble, please? Thank you. Because I'm getting sick of this guy. He literally followed me around after getting beat up and then admitting I'm right and then talking about I'm making stuff up. This is actually from the actual live stream, bro. I'm not clipping. I'm not doing nothing. This is from the exact live stream. Listen to King J admit that I'm right and how he get walked down.
Change your argument or your stance after this. So because
y'all can hear the audio, right? Y'all heard it loud and clear?
Just stop right here because this is where I'm reading it. Whoa! Stop! No! Go back down. Go back. Right. Well, yeah, right there. Yeah, where my mouth is at. So yeah, stop right there. So that's why you can't conflate your argument because the different time periods matter. So you are correct in saying the earliest accounts in those pantheons don't show the deity El. They don't. So when they're saying the Ebla tablets and they're speaking about those deities, I mean that those pantheons, they predate the Ugarit.
Like, what is you talking about? I ain't clip up and cut nothing and make nothing up, bro. You are corny. You get up here and try to debate me, and you turn around and admit that I'm right.
Brother, what did I say was brother? What did I say that was wrong?
Interrupting.
Ain't nothing I said that was wrong. You're talking about me, so I'm gonna respond to you. I'm not interrupting. I'm responding to your lies.
Queen J,
I'm
be
not
quiet.
gonna do is let
Queen
you
J,
sit up
be
here
quiet.
and paint a
Queen
false
J, be
narrative.
quiet. Queen J, be quiet. Queen J, be quiet.
You already answered it. Let him finish. You already answered it.
Queen J, thank you. Keep your mouth closed, bro. You always get up here and try to argue with me, and then you turn around and admit that I'm correct.
Hold on, get it in. Hold on, hold. One mic, y'all. We're gonna let Kazan finish, and then we're gonna let King J get it in, and then we're gonna go to Isan.
I go next. There you go.
Oh, who is that? Who next? Isan?
Yeah, after King J.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
No. So once again, bro, dude, you're corny, bro. Ain't nobody altering the clips. You said you did not say it. You literally said that out your mouth, bro. You debated me on the topic and then turn around and after show and admit that I was correct and your stance was wrong. You try to argue literally in a debate. You know what? Here, I'm finna play the audio. I'm not finna do with this with you, King J. If respond to the audio, listen to this, y'all.
Let's go to the Ibla tablets.
This is in our debate.
In the Ibla tablets, Il or El is a divine name referring to the supreme God. If Sai was here, he'd drop a bomb.
Bro, and then you gave up your stance. So you didn't give up your stance?
Brother, your brother Kasai, you're clipping bait.
Shut
and
up.
making up shit.
Shut up. You caught.
Hurry up, land your plane so King J can get in there. Hurry up,
because you asked me questions.
No, bro, you're caught, bro. Like, shut up.
Correct in saying the earliest accounts in those pantheons don't show the deity El. They don't. So when they're
like, what are you talking about, bro? You up here?
Are you confused? What are you confused about? What are you confused about? You're asking me questions and then you get mad when I respond. Land your plane, brother, so I can hurry up and end this madness.
You don't tell me when to end my plane, bro. This ain't even your show. Like Queen J, be quiet, bro. You really Queen J,
brother. Everybody waiting, brother. You ain't talking about nothing. You feel a land your plane, Kasai.
Shut up. You interrupted Yahoo. You interrupt everybody, bro, and you don't say nothing. You add nothing to the conversation. You're a nut riding, like you just like following me, bro. You weird, my nigga. You argue with me, then you agree with me. You are a weirdo, my nigga. Queen J,
land your plane, brother. You the only person calling me at 10 o'clock at night, brother.
You're a weirdo, my nigga.
Land your plane, because you ain't talking about nothing.
You tried to spirit Yahoo. This is the last thing I'm gonna play. This is the last thing I'm gonna play. This is the last thing I'm gonna play, weirdo. Hey, listen.
Then I'll be able to respond.
Then you go, King J. This is the last thing.
Listen, you got up here and try to actually interrupt Yahoo, who can read Hebrew. But let's listen to King J try to read Hebrew.
Brother, can't nobody understand your clickbait, brother. Like, come on, brother. Who sits around and cuts video?
Why is he interrupting? Why is he interrupting?
Can't nobody hear.
KJ, you know if you say something, he gonna say something. Hold on.
Right. After this, you get your floor.
Sorry, Hebrew, brother. I'm literally followed by the What is that? What that first word? The first word with the arrow at? What does that word mean? And no, what does the word mean? It says and the. That's not what it says. What does this first word right here, where the arrow is above, the red arrow, what does that word mean? What does that say?
Oh my God.
What does the word say? Lamed Yod. Whatever it is. I didn't ask you what the characters are. What does the word say?
Bro, you a fucking clown, bro. Get off my bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right, it's King
Come
J,
on,
sir.
King
Go ahead,
J,
King
it's
J.
your turn, King J. Get it in there, King J.
He done? He done?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
go
done.
ahead.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, so I don't know what the brother has going on here. I don't resort to ad homs or filibusters. I keep it scholarship. So I don't have any, ad homs to say. What I will go back to is the point being made. In the Ugarit, you do not have L. L is not in the Ugarit text. It's ill.
What?
Can you shut up?
Go ahead, bro. Just go ahead. He's trolling. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's ill. So in the Ugarit, it's ill, which is the I and the L. In the Hebrew, it's the E and the L. They both are spelled the same. The ill is the Aleph Lamed, and the Hebrew is the Aleph Lamed as well. So when we're talking about North, I don't know, for some reason the brother tries to make Hebrew as if it's some different creature than Ugarit, Ebla, Canaan, Amorite, or Moabite. They all are Northwest Semitic languages, right? That means they all have the same linguistic cognates. So I don't understand what the brother is saying when he's trying to act as if. So basically, if something is the same in the Hebrew, it's going to mean the same in the Ugarit. It's going to mean the same pretty much in the Canaanite scripts. It's going to mean in their language because they all have the same linguistic cognates. So, and they all have the same meaning. So when we're talking about common nouns, it's not really hard. When I'm asking the brother the question about the question, and I really just want him to answer this question in a scholarly way without filibustering and making up stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the actual question. It's a simple question. We all know what theophoric names are. Israel is a theophoric name. There is no Israel. If the deity Israel, if the deity Yahweh was worshipped by the Semitic tribes in the Levant during the Iron Age, they would have called it Israel. Instead, they call it Israel in reference to the deity that they actually worship, right? So it's a proper noun. It's a proper name. It's not a common noun. So that would actually just end the debate, having a good understanding of distinguishment between what is a common noun and what is a actual proper name. That's it. Knowing to recognize it when you see the definite article. When you see most times when you see the definite article in front of the word L, that's how you know that it is a common noun. Without that definite article, the normally meaning the deity or the God, then most references in instances of El Malek, it's going to be in references to El as the actual deity. And we see that in the theophoric name Israel. So I just want a real good answer about why the name is Israel instead of Israel.
I'll give him the floor if he wants to respond to that, and then I'm next.
Okay.
You're on mute or something. I don't know if Shad is trying to answer or not.
You can hear me? You can hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay, as I already explained once again, bro, and it's because you don't understand any Semitic language, so therefore you keep running out the side of your mouth and acting like someone isn't answering your question. The theophoric element in Israel refers to the God Yahweh. You keep on trying to assert because it's the word El in the theophoric element that is in reference to the Canaanite God. That is not how Semitic languages work. You're completely taking it outside of its culture, which is why I brought up several different cultures, some of them that are considered to actually be Canaanites. And they do not have the God El in their pantheon, but yet they have the theophoric element El several times in their culture. And it refers to a different deity. It refers to the deity of their culture, not El. So once again, I'm going to share the same screen that I shared in the debate. Here, let me show you. Let me show you, because you just don't get it, bro. You just don't get it.
Can I say something when you're done, respectfully?
Yeah, you can say something when I'm done.
I'm next. I'm next.
Ison is next.
Yeah, they got an order though, so Ison is next. So here is one instance. Literally, it says this has pointed out that in the Ammonite personal names, the theophoric element El predominates. However, these names do not prove that El was worshipped in Ammon, since the theophoric element under consideration should presumably be interpreted as referring to the Ammonite national deity Milcom. This is even coming from Mark S. Smith. He's literally telling you, with respect to that culture, you cannot take that word El into theophoric element and use the Ugaritic god El in that tradition. You have to keep into the tradition of that culture. If it's in Ammonite, it's speaking about Milcom. Nobody is getting up here and arguing that Milcom is the same God as El. You fool, like it's stupid at this point. I answered your question several times, and I answered it in the debate. El in these cultures does not represent the Canaanite god El. It refers to the culture that the nation or that culture is worshiping. That's plain and simple. It's not hard. So when I played the clip of you getting your head bust when you're admitting in the Ebla and the Cad there is no God El, and then you get back up here and try to argue with me again, you like, it's stupid. The Amorites don't have the God El, but yet they have the word El. So what? Now you're going to put Ugaritic into their pantheon too? Like, stop talking to me when you don't know none about literally Semitic linguistics. You talking about they're all related in the Canaanite language. You don't know nothing about them. You want to hear the audio you trying to read? You want me to actually put up the clip you trying to read?
No. You just responded. We're not going back to that.
Okay, because I will embarrass you, bro. Stop talking to me and go find somebody else to play with. That's simple.
Hey, Humble, cut off the Ison.
Yeah, you have to meet Sapphire. Because wasn't nobody in the line. All right, Humble. Peace, brother. I remember you saying that in your debate, you said that Yahweh said that Moses, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't know my name, didn't know my by name, correct?
Yeah.
So at that point in time, this God Yahweh comes later on, trying to be in place of something. If you look here, his name, can you got control to put that up there for him?
Yeah.
Share that screen right there.
Look
what it says.
Nope. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
All right, go ahead.
It says the name Yahweh is first mentioned in the Bible in Exodus 3:13-15. So if you're saying this, and trust me, I don't even go with that part of it. He's even still in that part, but just for the sake of argument right now, how can Yahweh be known to anybody if this is the first time his name is ever mentioned to Moses? Which makes no sense. And you can't use the word Lord, which I've said a zillion times, because Lord isn't a name, it is a title. It means master, it means one over. Baal was considered Lord before Yahweh. He was even thought to be called named Lord. This is all nonsense. I don't even get how you guys try to make sense out of something that literally makes no sense. This is the first time his name is mentioned, but yet you want to claim, even last night, I think it was Chesard, or it could have been the other brother that was on there, and they read something and said Moses, it was Moses' mistake that he didn't know the right name, because I showed him in KJV, it said Jehovah, and the other one, I forget which name it used, but it was like, no, Moses was supposed to know it said Yahweh. How is Moses supposed to know it said Yahweh if the book is giving you that name? This stuff is nonsense. That's what
also, Isan, the mechanism comes from Jethro.
Why is King J jumping in? It's not his turn.
Quit being mad that I'm helping them, brother, like that. Every time I talk, you cut me off, brother. Damn, chill.
But it's above all of that. It's really I am that I am is speaking, who I teach up, who is I, and he's trying to impersonate I. But I didn't want to get into that right now.
Let me respond to Isan real quick.
Also, Isan, real quick. What they don't recognize is that Midian.
King J, hold on. You can't jump in because Sapphire next. We gotta be true.
Okay. Sapphire's next. Okay. But Kasai keep jumping in every time I speak for some reason.
I know,
You're not supposed to be speaking.
Hold up. I got it. We got to be straight and straight with everybody. But that's my point. If it's literally telling you this is the first time this God is named, is because he's considered a desert god. You can go look it up. It even says that this god came from T-Man.
T-Man.
That is a land. That is a land. That is in the deserts of the lower plains. This is
and it corresponds with the Shashu of Yahweh.
Can I please respond? Or either pass it to Sapphire. Which one?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll take that down. But that's all. I just wanted to let everybody see that. So you can't. So Abraham and Isaac knew nothing about a Yahweh. That
Can
Yahweh who went to Israel, hold on. That Yahweh who went to Israel, whose name became Jacob, came out of Jacob. It means I's son God. He's a sun God worshiper. That's what that means. Ra and El. It means sun God. That's what you're doing. You're worshiping a sun God.
All right.
It's Sapphire's turn. I'll step back.
I'm just responding to you real quick because y'all.
There's 1933 commentary.
Why? Once again, is he talking? Queen J.
1933.
Hey, hold on one second.
Being quiet.
Yeah, we tired of
it always gets up here. I'm telling you, man.
Hey, let him go. You know if you say
somebody else can jump in on anybody else. So now
that boy get moist whenever he hear me speak, man. Be quiet.
Go ahead, Sapphire.
Yeah, real quick, they finna let me respond to you because you keep making stuff up and you did not address linguistic comparison. I mean, you did not address the linguistic breakdown of Exodus 6:3. And once again, you keep on talking about Exodus 6:3. Notice they can't read any Hebrew. So all the scriptures that I said that I gave were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob said the name Yahweh. Can you read those and break those down? No, you can't. So once again, it says here. It says, the final narrator in Genesis commonly speaks of the deity of the patriarchs as YHWH, a proper name, or as Elohim, God. Both terms also occur in words ostensibly spoken by the patriarchs and their contemporaries. So he keep trying to tell you that, they didn't know the name Yahweh, but yet all the scholars, all the scholars keep telling you that the patriarchs knew the name YHWH. What is he talking about? He did, like Queen J love to jump in, and he's completely wrong. So the scholar didn't just say that they knew that the patriarchs knew YHWH. So that's not what it just said. Queen J. You keep getting wet for some reason whenever I speak. You're weird. So it says right here. However, there is a very shut up. It says this. Often Exodus 6:3 is understood to signify the opposite, namely that the name YHWH was unknown to the patriarchs. If that were so, then it would very strange it should ever been have introduced at all into the text of Genesis. The supposed contradiction would have been just as obvious to the ancients as to any modern reader of these books. These niggas don't know what they talking about. Once again,
bro, you're reading commentary.
Bro. Why is
you're reading the commentary? Acting like it's a primary story.
Once again, Queen J, be quiet. Once again, Queen J, can you read Hebrew? If you can't answer this question, be quiet. Queen J, can you read Hebrew? Yes or no?
I can read it better than you.
You can't listen to this. Hey, Queen J, I just say yes or no. Be quiet. Listen to this.
That you can read anything, Kasai.
Listen to this. Word right here where the arrow is above the red arrow. What does
that mean? Nobody cares about your clickbait music, Kasai. I don't have to be quiet when you're making up lies, Kasai. I'm not going to be quiet while you make up lies, Kasai.
I'm just asking you to put them down, then.
I'm not going to be quiet.
I'm just asking you to put you down. I'm just asking you to put you down, then, Queen J.
Sapphire's turn. It's Sapphire's turn.
I'm just asking to put you down, Queen J. Stop interrupting.
Finish out.
Yeah, let Kasai finish. Stop interrupting, Queen J. Or I'm just asking to put you down.
It's
I'm not asking to put you down every time you make up lies about me and I can't respond. If you're gonna make
ain't nobody made up not one lie.
If you're gonna clickbait,
next one of y'all come off mute. I bet you I'll put you off.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't give a shit. Next one,
but don't mess up the show. You got information. Chill. You good. Hold yourself.
Go ahead, Sapphire. He's acting like goddamn kids in this bitch, man. I don't feel like working tonight, man. Y'all not about to make me work. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. My food ain't here. Attitude.
Yeah, you hungry.
But man, hey,
Snickers. You need a Snickers right now.
Kasai, did you finish out?
Sapphire. It's Sapphire that's going. It's not Kasai's turn.
Yeah,
Sapphire, if you're done,
then Kasai was responding. I'm respecting the show
yet.
I'm respecting the show. Kasai and Humble can you know, they answer questions.
Brother, go right now.
So
thank you.
So look, let me kill this whole thing. So this is a work from a linguist, Joseph Blue. This was actually written in German, and they translated his work. Okay, they translated his work. I ain't gonna put the camera on that. I'm just gonna read it. So this is talking about the family tree model and how it's actually incorrect or inconcise. Okay, so now here it goes about Ugaritic. This language, written in Cuneian alphabetic signs, was discovered at the end of the 1920s in northern Syria and shows a surprising affinity to Hebrew, not only in literature, poetic structure, but also in vocabulary and some grammatical features. Okay, which is true. And now watch this. Let me go down. It says, nevertheless, it must not be classed with the Canaanite languages. First, it lacks features that are associated with Canaanite. The shift of stress, and up. Second, it has sound shift different from those obtaining in all the Canaanite dialects. Whereas in Canaanite languages, accordingly, Ugaritic has been considered a language separate from Canaanite. At least some of the surprisingly similar features of Canaanite and Ugaritic have to be attributed to the linguistic contact. So what is that saying? That's saying El, or if you say Il, which reason why is because in some of the Canaanite languages, especially Sumerian or the Samaritans, they don't have a sound or an sound. It's so they say il. So even in the Hebrew Bible, even in the Samaritan Hebrew Bible, they will say Elohim. So that has no bearings to say that El is a proper name of a god in any country, in any of those countries. And I land there.
Ooh, I was just about to say something. Go ahead.
Hey, can I go next?
Yo.
Hey, Humble, did you get my message?
I'll wake up on this, Omar. I'll wait after you, bro.
Go ahead, because
No. You my brother. Go ahead, GDA Capone. Go ahead, brother.
Shasad and Humble, y'all cash apps came through. Confirm y'all got paid real quick.
Yes, sir. I received it.
And make sure that y'all hit my cash app up so that way y'all can help support the payment of these brothers. I ain't get $1 tonight, but it's good.
Hey, real quick, A1, brother, you gotta get a PayPal.
I got one more free debate with Issa Queen and Gideon. Then we doing the pay-per-views after that.
Yo, hey, A1.
Like 1,500 since I started this so far, man.
Hey, yo, A1, you already know I'm finna shoot you something shortly.
Omar, it ain't your responsibility. I appreciate you though. Don't ever feel like I'm singling anybody out. I don't think you did though. I think you just saying that though. But
no,
I appreciate
you already know. I try to do my best to shoot you something. Go ahead, GDA Capone. Salaki, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, Humble, did you get my messages? Because I wanted you to share that for me, because I can't share screen. I'm on my phone. But this is pertaining to the topic and some of the stuff that was said today. Like, I just want to address it. See if Humble can pull that up for me. But let me see, did he get it? So I just read.
You on mute, Humble.
My fault. I'm over here talking junk and I'm on mute. I was telling you, Capone, I said, you could have put this in the back chat. I could have grabbed it from the back chat. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I can do that. Oh, bet. I ain't know that. All right, so bam, there you go right there. So this say L in context, right? So this the context. When you see the word L, it's the context you should use it in, right? So it says, despite his religious significance, right? El did not play an active role in Canaanite mythology. Talking about like the Bell cycle. It say most myths were about the actions of others and involved El indirectly. So he was indirectly used, the word, right? Say the true nature of El is further confused by the fact that El could be used to refer to any god and not just the supreme deity of the Canaanites. This is similar how the word God can refer to any deity of any religion, but is commonly used with a capital G to refer to the supreme being in Judeo-Christian beliefs. So that's from the Encyclopedia of World Mythology, volumes 1.
Can you put that back up real quick? You put it up. So the part where it says right here, where it says, the true nature of El is further confused by the fact that El could be used to refer to any god and not just the supreme deity of the Canaanites. Isn't that saying that the Canaanite deity, there is a deity named El, that is the El Melech? That is the El Melech of the Canaanite pantheon. So this is not saying that there is not a deity named El.
Hold on. You missing it. So you got to read up. You got to read up. It says,
what does it? It is identifying a deity named El as the head of the Canaanite pantheon.
No, it's not. So it says most myths are about actions of others and involved El indirectly. What myths is talking about? The Canaanite myths. It says it right there. That's the context. So in the Canaanite myth, so even though they used the word El, they wasn't talking about the supreme deity El. That's what it's talking about.
I'll read it from the beginning. El in context.
Oh my God! Every time I bring this close,
hold on, brother. Just because you narrated it. Let me see if I'm narrating it. So it says El in context. Despite his religious significance, who is his? El. So I could say, despite El's religious significance, El did not play an active. El, the deity, did not play an active role in Canaanite mythology.
So stop right there. So it says he didn't play.
Hold on, because we can talk about it, brother, because I'm familiar with the actual Baal cycle. The whole point of the Baal cycle is that he is not the El Elyon at this point. It's called pantheon reduction. He is trying to fight. No. Listen, you're gonna listen. You asked me.
You gotta wait till you can respond later. I thought you was just gonna respond about this source here.
We're talking about El.
Right.
And we're reading it right here. So El as the pantheon of this. So when we're talking about pantheon reduction, we're talking about Baal trying to work his way up through this pantheon where El is the top of. El is the El Melech. And the Baal cycle is why do you think in the Baal cycle he has to kill Mach and Anat to fight? Once you win, hold on, brother, you keep cutting me off.
How is you throw GD and Capone off? It's his turn to talk. How is he keep inserting himself into the combo?
Because I'm cutting them up and y'all need to be quiet.
Bro, you making this longer than what it has to be,
Humble Mystic. Was it not just GD and Capone turn to speak and King J jumped in?
You trying to act like this source isn't saying what it's saying.
Ask him a question. I missed
Hold on.
It was GD and Capone turn to speak. King J trying to commentate on GD and Capone's source, and he cutting up. He's trying to cut off GD and Capone. Say he cutting him off. Like GD and Capone was
GD Capone having a good back and forth, and Kasai just jumped in out of nowhere.
We can have a back and forth, King J. We can have a back and forth, but let me get through these real quick, right?
Go ahead.
And then you can go ahead. So go to the next one.
I'm here.
Go to the next one, right?
Hold up. I don't know why this did that. Hold up.
Hey, while you pulling up the screen, I'm gonna just give a closing real quick. I gotta get off here real quick. That's cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say peace and blessings to everyone. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thank you, A1, man. I did not try to disrespect the platform. I'm just sick of wet guys getting up here and acting like they actually got some scholarship. So to keep it peaceful, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump down because he acting like everyone cutting him off when he's literally jumping in when people talking. That's ridiculous.
No,
so I'm gonna go ahead.
Don't leave. It's Omar. Don't leave though, right quick. Don't leave.
I'm gonna jump down, bro. I'm gonna jump down. I appreciate. I'm gonna come up next time. I should be.
Right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm gonna be able to hear you. I'm gonna watch from the chat. I'll probably be back on maybe Monday to do a show or something, man. And
okay.
Let me get with A1 and y'all can tune in then. But I'm say peace and blessings, man. Thanks for everyone for the debate. Thanks, A1. Humble Mystic, thanks for being my opponent and getting beaten up. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to everyone. Shalom, Sapphire, Omar, GD and Capone. Peace to Cosma. Y'all gotta step in the ring with that Waspy garbage. Y'all not slick. And shout out to that brother.
Hey.
Ow.
We've been on with that all day because listen, we might battle.
Shalom, Kasai.
We can run it. We can run it anytime.
All day, Brody.
Yeah, they gotta step in the ring with that.
I say something right quick though.
I'm already in the ring with.
All right.
Peace and blessings.
Once Kasai, Shalom, Kasai.
All right. So I just want to finish. My bad, Omar. Let me just finish with the slides real quick. Humble, go to the one, the last two, real quick. So, cause I want to respond to what his comment said, right, about Hosea 2 and 16. So he brought up anyway, it was the scripture. It's Hosea 2 and 16 and Hosea 1 and 1, right? So he brought up Hosea 2 and 16 where it say, "Thou shalt not call me no more belly," right? Then in verse 17. It says what? I will take the name of Baalim. So now that's the plural word. That's the plural form of Baal, right? Now, what the brother didn't tell y'all is that in Hosea, when you go to chapter 1, it's talking about the times during the kings. And it said in verse chapter 1, it says, this is Hosea, prophet of God, during the time of King Azariah, King Uzziah, Jotam, Hezekiah, Ahaz, and who? Rehoboam, the kings of Israel. Not Rehoboam. What is it? Yeah, Rehoboam, the kings of Israel. Now, why is that important? Because that's a chapter before chapter 2, right? So it's giving you the context once again of what he's talking about, the Baalim part, right? And when you go to chapter 2, right? When you go to chapter 2 and 16, the verse that he pulled up, it says Baalim, plural. Why? Because Rehoboam in 1 Kings chapter 12, what's the brother name? His coming. He set up 2 bulls, one in Samaria and one in Jerusalem. Right? 2 golden calves he set up. And those golden calves was the gods of the Canaanites. So that was the Israel, and the reason Hosea is mentioning that because that's when Israel is going into idolatry. This is not their deity that brought them out of Egypt. This is them worshiping idols. So if you want to take that and say,
fire emoji.
They was worshiping the god El they was worshiping the Canaanite god. No, judges tell you they forsook the Lord. That word Lord is the tetragrammaton, right? It say they forsook the Lord and worship Baal and Ashtaroth. Why I say Baal and Ashtaroth? Because those are the Canaanite deities. Baal and Ashtaroth, the calf in the tree pole or whatever. So that's part of the idolatry that the Israelites fell to when they went into the land of Canaan.
Really fast, y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all get back into it. I just want to say this, y'all. We've been talking for about, going around the iron for about, an hour or so now. Nobody still haven't touched on the meat and potatoes of what we came here to debate, right? I brought out the main merge of everything. Everybody want to talk about what the Amorites did, or what these people did, or what those people did. The main thing about all this is the Bronze Age collapse. Nobody's talking about the reason that's the case is because when we dealing with the Bronze Age collapse, now we get to identify these people, everybody. Oh, well, you're talking about the Ugarit and this is the But do you know that we can identify the people who moved into the Canaan lands on the highlands and start calling themselves Israel? We can identify those people.
And I'm getting excited, humble. I'm not trying to.
And it wasn't the Shashu.
King J.
And they wasn't. Hold on. Let me say what I'm saying, and you can say whatever you want to say. And I hope it's in regards to scholarship, because anything else, I really don't care about your personal, emotional feelings about me, right? So, I'm glad that you identified those two groups, humble. The Amu would be the Levantine Canaanite groups. The Beni Hassan mural would be the primary source that I would give in reference to the Amu. In the Sashu of Yahweh, right, which is I would give the Soleb. They hate me. I would give the Soleb inscription. You know what I'm saying? 1450 BC for the primary source for that, and those are the Transjordan tribes, right? Totally different than the Amu and the Canaanite Levantine tribes. Those are the Edomite, the Midian, and those tribes, the Shashu of Reuben.
Well,
the tribe just so happens the tribe that doesn't go in, that doesn't cross over, right, is this Reuben tribe, right? A little tidbit is that I like to mention that Midian is actually the son of Abraham, right?
But you didn't mention. You didn't mention Midian and none of those.
Brother, I'm flowing, Capone. Now you cutting me off, brother. I'm just saying.
No, I thought we can have a back and forth.
Hey yo,
you just
time out before y'all keep going. Did y'all two debate yet?
No. Hey look. I just want y'all to peep game. He said the Shashu and then he started naming tribes of the Shashu, right? Then he trying to throw Midian in there, but he never mentioned Midian. You gotta
hold on, Capone, you filibustering because the whole point of what I'm doing is just giving geographical locations. I'm separating the Shashu of the Yahweh from the Amu and the Levantine Canaanite areas. I'm establishing the point that we don't see Yahweh in the Canaanite or worship by the Amu or the Levantine at all until the Iron Age. So when the brothers Humble is talking about Bronze Age, I'm keeping it Bronze Age. We don't see I like to call it assimilation and synchronism, right? They hold on, brother. The Yahwehs like to assimilate and synchronize their way into the Bible, right? So when I'm speaking of the Ugarit and talking about the El and the Aleph and El, and we see no Yahweh, and when El is portioning his sons in the nations, but we all of a sudden we see in Deuteronomy 32 verse 8, we see a Yahweh portioning sons talking about the Ben Elohim, right? Like, come on, brother. You're not finna say this is Yahweh where there is no Yahweh. We see him later, 10th century, 9th century, working his way into the pantheon. He later works his way up and does become the Elyon of the pantheon of these particular Shashu groups.
And if I may,
10th century is the last Bronze Age.
That is the Bronze Age. I was just gonna say. So hold on. Let me.
It's not.
I just want to comment real quick. On what he's.
I'm not gonna be too fast. Go ahead.
And then I go after
Yeah. So King J wants you to think that it's just the what do you say? The Amu and the Shashu. Those are the Transjordan tribes. No, you have the Ammonites. You have the Ammonites. The Midianites.
Moabites.
And the Moabites also are Transjordan tribes as well in the Bronze Age. But you don't mention them. But you want to, because you're trying to spin a narrative and say that the Shashu, that the Shashu are the ones that went into Canaan. When no, the Shashu, they had their land that they came from. The land that they came from was Yahweh, right? That's how they pronounce the Shashu of Yahweh. Right?
Oh no, that's not true at all, Capone. Hold on, real fast.
So that's what he say on the soul lab scripture.
I'm not going to be too. Hold on.
And it don't say that they can't. It don't say the Joshua Canaan.
Hold on. I'm not going to be too long. Hold on.
So
an important part to note, right, is what I noted in my debate, that during the Bronze Age collapse, it forced groups to move, right, from the collapsing in political power to climate change, right? The she was dealing with a drought, right? The inland Canaanites was dealing with continental movement, like they was dealing with like hurricanes and earthquakes and things of that nature. So on top of the climate change and the collapse in power, it forced the people inland, the Canaanites, it forced them inward into the high mountain region, right? Now in the Shasu, we know where they came from. I don't know where they came from a place called Yahweh, anything. They came from Sair.
Sair, or we can say Timon.
That they right. It shows
Did you read the solar descriptions?
Yes. So listen. So they come down. Now,
so it says Shashu Yahu.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Let him go say Shashu Sair. Where you get that from?
Let him finish.
Instead of cutting, hold on. It's everybody. What y'all need to do, instead of cutting in to explain, you need to cut in to ask for a damn turn.
I'm after Humble.
How about y'all cut in and say, "Can I go next?" Instead of cutting in with what you think is right. No, let me finish. This is something that all of y'all need to practice, everybody, because y'all frequent this stage, and this is annoying. Go ahead, Humble. No, right. Hold on, no. Omar. What did you want to say, Omar?
So, I just wanted to keep it 100, A1. So I noticed something that you said before because you said you were starving before you went to go get your coney with the goddamn chili and the extra onions on it. Nigga, where mine's at, G?
I ain't even go to get the food, man.
I'm just playing.
Now I'm trying to order something, and then I'd rather I don't know what I'm about to do now.
But nah, I noticed something that you said. It's all these niggas up here talking and doing that. Hey, yo, did you get that 20 shot I sent you?
I appreciate it.
Look at it. Yeah. I always send something because I respect. So you know what? On some real ish, I start shutting the stage off on these niggas. If a nigga can't even if a nigga can't even give a fan, if a nigga can't give a fan, what the F are we doing here?
Good looking. I appreciate it.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This brother give the winner and the loser the 50 shot. Come on, man. Man, we gotta support this brother, man. We gotta support this brother on some real stuff. Now, I'm done with that. I want to respond back to King point. J. Yeah, that's an excellent point. But because I don't listen, I don't agree with A1 because I remember him saying that he's like a so-called atheist, but guess what?
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with
it. Exactly. I don't cuss at that brother. I always come on and I show that brother respect and I call him my brother. And I always give him a little change. So, we don't always got to be on one accord, at least to support. And at least, man, nigga, if everybody can throw the nigga at least a fan or a little 10 shot, come on, man. But I heard something that King J said. King J was like, Omar, I hope you have something to say to contribute to the conversation. King J, that was very rude. That was very rude of you. And actually, because Kasad is my guy. That's my brother. Kasad is my brother. I was getting ready to tell Kasad he don't have to call you Queen J. I was finna tell my brother Kasad to stop saying that. I was finna tell Kasad to stop saying that. And you know why I was gonna tell Kasad to stop saying that?
Slow nature conversation.
Brother, you're making this platform a soap opera, brother, right now. We don't care about this, brother.
No,
Yeah,
Get to the
let's get back
information,
to
brother. Talk about something that matter, brother.
Real talk. Respect your comments.
Man, don't cut him
Nobody
off, man.
cares,
Joe.
brother.
Nah,
Nobody
respect his
cares.
comments. No, he made good
Do
valid
you want my
points.
do you want my text? You want my cell phone number? You can text me offline, private, personally, or something. Besides that, keep it personal. Keep
You better quit
information.
smoking weed, nigga. You better quit smoking weed. Your goddamn lungs gonna collapse.
Don't worry about
But
what I'm
anyway.
doing, brother.
Hey, King J.
All right, go ahead.
You know when you say something, you know it takes people long
I
to
waited
talk.
patient. I waited patient.
I was trying to wait around with you guys.
Fuck information, brother.
Your monkey ass project.
You worried about a grown ass man that don't care about you.
$5.
Hold on, King
No, you
J.
gotta let me speak, brother. No, you gotta
Go
let
ahead,
me
Omar.
speak.
Go ahead, Omar.
King
real
J. King J is mad because the side clipped that nigga, and then this like, let's stand on business. Let's stand on honor. Kasab pulled the clip with this nigga agreeing with him. But since I came on, because I didn't hear the debate, so I'm not gonna say who won or lost. I gotta listen to it. All I'm saying is, once I start listening in, hold on, after eating my glorious Passover meal, oh my God, that lamb is good. But yeah, I was listening in. I was listening in. Yo, Kasab pulled the clip, the audio of King J agreeing with him. And then niggas gonna sit on the panel and just bypass that like it was nothing. This nigga King J agreed with Kasab when Kasab pulled the clip, but then this nigga's arguing tooth and nail against Kasab. That's not genuine, brother. That's not genuine, brother. And then, you know, like I said, that was very rude of you to say, oh, well, I hope you have something to come up here and say. See, I was going to add a little commentary, and I was going to add a couple of little jokey around, you know, to lighten up the panel a little bit, because, you know, y'all brothers was getting heated. But you know what? No, you Black Smoke. No, you King J. Once Kasab pulled that clip, brother, you got smoked. GD and Capone pulled the source, and you got smoked. But guess what? I haven't. Don't nobody want to address with Kasab pulled, and don't nobody want to address with GD and Capone pulled. So I don't know who won the debate. I got to listen to that. But what I'm speaking specifically on is, since I've been chiming in after I ate my lamb, I was listening in. And you know, King J, you got an answer to that, brother. You got an answer to that.
All right,
hold on. And hold on, real quick. And you can't get around it. That was a clip of audio of you. So you can't manipulate that. You agreed with Kasad. You got cooked, King J. I'm a mute out. Respect to everybody, yo. Hey, at least everybody shoot my nigga. Shoot my nigga A1 at least a finger.
Omar,
shoot my nigga A1 at least a finger.
About in your mouth,
close
brother.
your mouth, nigga.
Get that
close
man nutsack out your mouth, brother.
Down, nigga. You need to talk about
some content, brother.
You need to
on
put
the
the
show.
weed
We
down,
talking
nigga.
about L as the deity,
you
brother.
Sky high, nigga.
This is how you know when you. This is how you know people lose the debate.
You mad because Kasad. You mad because Kasad.
You've been
pulled
talking
that clip
about
out.
10 minutes
No,
about
you gotta answer to
Kasad.
that clip.
Omar,
answer that
you've been
clip.
talking about 10 minutes about Kasad.
No, nigga.
Did he send you up here?
It ain't been 10 minutes. So stop it, King J.
Did he send you up here?
No,
Douglas Stanley.
Answer that. Answer that.
Hold on 1 second.
Answer that. And guess what?
What are we,
And guess
brother?
what? Guess what? Guess
I'm gonna
what?
mute out again, and I'm gonna come
would
back.
you-
And you're gonna be still talking
Listen,
about Kasad.
No,
I
nigga,
muted out and
don't
walked
worry.
away. I've been
I'm
gone
gonna
10 minutes.
I'm gonna shoot A1 another dub, and I'm gonna force you to answer that question.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on real fast before y'all pop back in there. So where I left off at was the northern the Canaanites the northern Canaanites who went up the hill, right? And the southern Shasu, when they met, the interesting thing was they didn't fight each other. And the reason they didn't fight each other or try to conquer one another is because they couldn't afford to, right? You had the Canaanite refugees who was escaping the Palestinian slave trade and things of that nature. Then on the other side, you had the Shashu who was trying to escape the Egyptian rule and things of that nature.
What time period are you talking about, Humble?
Let me go next. Hold on, King J, man. Damn, let somebody else talk.
So they couldn't afford to fight. So their best option was to merge. And so they had El, right, who had the authority, who had the popularity, right? But then they also had Yahweh who had the defense. Because remember, the Shashu were warriors. So this is they didn't only merge cultures, they merged gods as well. You can't merge a people without merging their gods. And so, yes, at one point we can always go back and see where Yahweh and El were different and things of that nature. But when we get to this Bible is literally the birth certificate of both of these traditions being stitched together. This is why we find doublets in the Bible. This is why I was pointing out Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 2:1, right? Because in Genesis 1:1, we see the El tradition. In Genesis 2, we see the Yahweh tradition. You see what I'm saying? But these are doublets. And so once we understand that, and this is why I keep going to the Bronze Age collapse, is so important. And so I land my plane with that. Y'all can get in there.
Okay, so I have to test that.
A1. I just sent you another. I just sent you a 10. Make this nigga King J
Bro,
answer
you sound gay, bro. Get off my nuts, bro. Get off my nuts, bro. You sound gay as hell, bro. Get off my nuts, bro.
Answer it, nigga.
Okay, then, neighborhood.
Answer it, nigga.
You got a cash app for a question.
Exactly. Yeah.
I ain't gotta do shit.
Yeah.
I don't care about this shit that much.
Hey, listen, King J.
Put that roach on, man.
King J.
Omar, get off my nutsack. Omar, cam up, brother. I'm tired of you saying my name so much, brother.
If you don't want to answer the
get
question,
off my nutsack.
You gotta shoot A1 $10
get off
on
my nutsack, brother.
I just
I'm
shot that
another
nigga.
man.
I just shot that
my
nigga.
bitch don't even say my name as much as you do, brother.
Nigga. No, nigga, you
my
gotta,
bitch don't even say my name as much as you, brother.
No, you gotta answer
that's
that
some
clip,
gay
nigga.
ass shit, brother. Keep my name out their motherfucking mouth.
This nigga scared. Come on, man. Hold on, time out, man. Let's get back to the scholarship, man.
Why would you get on the debate platform and not want your name and not expect your name to be called out?
He ain't talking about shit.
No, this nigga cussing off.
He ain't talking about
something.
Power. Who has it? Who controls it? And who does the Bible give it to? Welcome to the Coliseum of Arguments presented by Titans Debate League. This is not for the weak-minded. This is not for the easily offended. This is a battle for truth. In one corner, it's a queen, bold, unapologetic, challenging the system, arguing that the Bible strips power from women. In the opposing corner, Gideon gets real, firm, disciplined, standing on scripture, defending the Bible as order, structure, and divine design. The question, does the Bible take power from women? Belief versus resistance, tradition versus challenge, scripture versus interpretation. No dodging, no soft takes, just raw intellectual combat. Who stands strong and who gets exposed? Step into the arena and witness it live. Coliseum of Arguments. Only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained?
What up, y'all? Let's let Debate 01. What's up, Debate 01?
What's up?
Chilling. How you doing? You see the debate?
I caught the tail end of it, and I mean, I have my own theories about that, like, but I mean, I don't know. I think Omar got a point though. Like, he did bring up he sourced up something yo couldn't do with me the other day, but hey, he sourced up.
What was the source?
Remember he shared the screen. He showed you the. Hold on.
To be fair, in all debates, you can find maximalists and minimalists, meaning that you'll find a viewpoint or commentary that agrees with whatever viewpoint that you want to read. So if he read some commentary that agreed with his viewpoint, that wasn't a primary source. That was a narrative on just so I could do the same.
That's a fact.
Why
you
did,
can't.
well,
No,
yeah,
you
okay,
can't.
you got. And
So
that's a legitimate argument. So why didn't you?
basically all you're saying is that you agree with his viewpoint, and that's fine. But don't sit here and say that he showed primary sources. He showed some commentary that was dated 1931.
Yep.
Now, if you want to tell me that according to scholarship that we can use something that's dated to 1931 and 2026 and say that scholarship and act as if information and scholarship hasn't been updated since 1931, brother, then you crazy.
So show the updated. So wait a minute. Show the updated primary source or the source material.
That's all you had to do.
Brother, I ain't gonna show nothing, but it's common sense. It's common sense that it's 100. Brother, if you don't think in 100 years information has been updated, you tripping, brother.
So when did Israel Finkelstein write his book, Unearthing the Earth? Unearthing the Bible?
I said what I said. So I'm
you're not gonna use Finkelstein as no source, and you know that, brother. You tripping. You want to use
my theories are a little bit different than what was debated. So like.
I mean, the debate is the Canaanite God and the Yahweh God
the same?
Right. I understand that, but I have a theory on how that happened and everything like that. That's
assimilation.
What's your theory on it?
But it happens at a certain period of time. It happens 900 BC.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, man.
Yes, it does.
No, man.
Yes, it does.
500
No, it don't, man.
It would have to have happened after the kingdom of Solomon, after Ahaz, after Hezekiah, after Jehu.
Wait a minute, King J. You don't hold on. Wait a minute. So this happened. This is why, again, go back and watch the debate. This happened from 1250, right, to 500 BCE, right? That whole period was called the Bronze Age collapse, right? At 1250 is when we started seeing everybody migrate and do what they do, right? From 1000 to 900 is when we started to see the the Shashu and the inland Canaanites start to merge. From 900 to 500 is when we started to see this book we call the Bible start to be stitched together. And when they started to stitch this book together by 500,
let me respond next.
By 500 BCE, both of these people's traditions has been stitched in this book.
The Bible wasn't stitched together till AD.
Hold on one second. This is the time span from the beginning of these two groups to the ending of the merger of these two groups into one group that all of this took place.
Let me respond.
What I'm going to say, I have to correct you on one thing.
That's a fact. That's not.
I have to correct you on one thing. You are saying that the Bible existed anywhere behind BC, anything BC is a total fallacy, because we all know that the scrolls wasn't completed until after Jesus' death. Way after Jesus' death.
We know what he meant when he said Bible.
Maybe I'm misconstruing something.
Real quick, man. Can I respond to Humble real quick? I just want to say this to you, Humble. I watched the presentation again. I love the way how you put out the slides. The works be awesome. But again, in your presentation, I didn't see no evidence of any of this collapse and people's merging. Only the evidence is the fact that what they might have shared some kind of long words, some sort of culture. You know what I'm saying? That's evident. That's today. We could go anywhere in the United States, Chinese, rock how we rock, the Japanese. But that doesn't say that the two guys emerged at that time. You show no evidence for that. You show no evidence.
So hold on one second. But I didn't show no evidence for it really fast. So this right here, this right here is when we start to see the inland Canaanites move up because of the Bronze Age collapse. This is how we know that they moved up because of the Bronze Age collapse, is because these people were still using primary Canaanite things as their everyday tooling. So they were using Ugarit, which we call Paleo Hebrew. They had
Ugaritic.
They had the pottery, right? So here I showed the Shashu coming up north, right? They come from Midian, Seir, Edom, right? I show how, what I say, family, this is the very same event from the collapse, right, to the climate change that led the Southerners north. I said this, right? Now, what else did I say? Now, this is right here. What did I say right here, 1200 BCE? What I was saying, this is when they met, right? See, they met distinct. Then what did I show you right here in the convergence and the highland? Right?
Can I say something to this?
1,000. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me finish with him real quick.
Am I playing? Hold on. 1,900. I showed you when the Canaanite villages and the Shasu merged, right? But I showed you they didn't merge because they wanted to. They merged for survival. The Philistine threat over here and the Egyptian hegemony over here. Right, and they didn't only merge traditions, but they merged their God as well. Now, here's the proof that they merged their God, right? All right here, right? So in Genesis 1, I was just telling y'all this. Genesis 1, El put in order, he created the animals first and then the humans. In Genesis 2, Yahweh created the humans first and then the animals. Right, then when you go down here, this is when I brought up. Hold on 1 second. When you go down here, this is when I brought up. This is when I brought up Hagar and the El Roy. Right, this is when I brought up Jacob and El. So don't say I didn't bring up anything that showed this merger, because I most definitely did. Most definitely.
Okay, so again, when you talk about these kind of things, we're talking about archaeology. You have to show the evidence. Only thing you're doing now, what you should have did, if you wanted to show any kind of evidence, you should have went to the scriptures and seen how beliefs or cultures emerge and come together. You can't hold on.
Genesis 1 and 1 not a scripture?
Brother, Genesis 1 and 1.
Genesis 2 and 1 not a scripture?
First and foremost, Genesis chapter 1 ends in Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. That's when chapter 1 actually ends. If you didn't know that, now you know.
So here's the thing. Is if Genesis 1 they use El, and in Genesis 2 they use Yahweh, am I not showing you how they stitch two cultures in one book?
Good job, boy. Good job, boy.
I appreciate you, my guy.
Genesis chapter 1 does not end until Genesis chapter 4. Okay,
but Genesis starts off with saying,
brother, I'm not talking to you, man. Let me holler at Humble, and then I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, fall back, go chill with the wifey. Okay, I ain't trying to even holler at you until you jump in the ring. We get in the ring and get it in. I don't care about what you talking about. I mean, just 100, family. Let's just get in the ring. Okay, but so Humble again. You didn't show no actual facts to say, again, you going to Genesis chapter 1, that's not doing anything. You have to show when the two cultures came together, emerged together, and you didn't do that.
I showed you
that's
that.
All I'm saying.
I just showed you that in my slide from 1,000.
No, brother, you gave me your theory. That's a nice theory, but that's not showing me no evidences. That's just you giving me your hypothesis. That's you giving a hypothesis.
Right, that's
it.
So are you saying, hold on 1 second. So you said the bull site, right? That Israel Finkelstein and them, that William G. Denver, Israel Finkelstein and them excavated. That's the hypothesis. That bull site right there is a hypothesis.
No, brother, you brought that out. No, you have a theory, and this is your
That's not a
theory, and
theory.
this is
I'm
a
telling you what the archaeologists found. How is that a theory?
brother. Because first and foremost, when the children of Israel, and it was the multitude that actually asked Aaron to build them an idol. Okay, the idol that it says a golden calf. It doesn't say a bull. Okay, and then when you go into Kings, but hold on though, when you go into Kings, the Rehoboam builds 2 calves. Okay, so but this would identify with Egypt, where they spent 250 years.
And what is that? Hold on, Sapphire. Hold on, real fast. And when you're talking about Jeroboam building 2 calves, what is that showing in the text? I showed you. Hold on 1 second, debate. I showed you what Ziva Zavid, when she excavated the text, what she showed. That showed that Jeroboam, right, was merging, right, the northern culture because he built the 2 bulls with the southern culture because he said these are your gods that brought you out of Egypt. So he's assimilating the bulls. Hold on. He's assimilating the bulls to Yahweh. Mind you, Yahweh is the God that brought them out of Egypt. Mind you, El is the God of the bull. So he built bulls and then called them Yahweh. This is right here a primary evidence of Yahweh and El being merged in the text itself. This is why
no, it doesn't. That just shows that they went back into the idolatrous nature where they fell from or fell into. That's all it shows, my brother. And the calves that they're referring to, those calves came out of Egypt. It didn't come out of Canaan. Right. They was in the Hold on, brother. They was in the Transjordan the first time when the multitude had Aaron build the calf. They was in so they was in southern Arabia.
Why?
The calf came out of Egypt. Because the multitude actually they
niggas was idolaters.
Aaron built the calf. Hold on 1 second, Sapphire. Aaron built the calf because Moses was taking too long on the mountain, and so the people started getting worried, and so they revolted back to what they knew. The El God.
That's right. Thank you. No, they knew Hathor. If anything, it's Hathor. It had nothing to do about no El. The golden calf was a reference to Hathor, the fertile goddess.
Oh my gosh. No, it was not.
You can't disprove what I'm saying, though.
Yes, I can.
Wait, humble, real quick. Actually, I don't even. Wait, hold on, Capone, brother. You got next, brother. You got next, Capone. You got next, brother.
But how you just get it? You can't just jump in, bro. I already asked.
So am I after you? Are we taking turns, brother? How we doing it, brother?
Yes, you were after me.
Well, go ahead, brother.
These brothers still talking anyway, bro. You tripping?
So they still talking? Then what you talking about? Then
no, GDN is on you. I heard you.
Okay, all right, damn. So okay, the Shashu. So the Shashu. So he trying to make the Shashu when the bronze collapse. Talking about the Shashu went into the north. He didn't show no evidence of that. But the evidence that we have is that the Shashu was serving in Egypt, i.e. the 400-year Ramses 400-year stele, right? When he says he thanked the netter for the Amu, for the Amu.
Yeah, you made that.
We know from the Solev description,
but you made that up.
Hold on. We know from the Solev description that the ones that were serving were the Shashu, because the children of Israel already left out the land. That's why they needed new servants. So that the Solev inscription and Ramses 400-year stele show you that the Shashu was still serving in Egypt.
No, hold on. Let me respond, humble. Hold on, because I was after him, and I can respond right after for this, brother Capone. You just made that up. The Shashu the Solev subscription, brother, is dated 1450 BC. It's in the Sudan, and it's Amenhotep III. And the administration during that time period is located in Waset, which is in Thebes, which is in the southern location. It's not in the Nile Delta. It's not Memphis. It's not Het Kapashah. Het Kapatah. It's not nowhere up there. The Ramses, 1250 Amarna West, dealing with the Amu, is totally different. So I don't know why you tried to mix that up. The Soleb inscription deals with the totally different. Is totally different than Ramses, right? They're like 250 years apart.
Nobody said that they was the same.
Well, you
Nobody
tried
said
to make
that they was the same.
exactly,
No,
but
I
brother,
didn't.
you tried
No,
to make it.
I showed
Yes,
you
you
two.
did.
Hold on. Let me clarify. I showed you two slides. I showed you the Soleb description of these Shashu people being captured.
Hey,
I
listen,
showed you the
real
Ramsey
fast.
inscription, which is 400 years later, and it shows that
Hold
that people are still serving in Egypt.
Amu, not
All right,
Shashu.
real fast, y'all. Real
Man,
fast.
Amu just means servant, bro.
Hey, Capone, do you
It don't mean
It just mean a
Shashu.
foreign. It just mean a foreigner.
Hey,
It don't mean
Amu
Shashu.
could be anything.
King J, hold on, Capone. Hey, King J, do you have access to another device?
Nope, not right now. Bro.
Hold on, give me 5 seconds, right? I'm gonna show y'all something because y'all keep saying I didn't show this and I didn't show that. And I keep showing y'all the same slides. I'm like, yo, was y'all not watching the debate? But hold on real fast. Because every time we get here, it's like y'all don't know what y'all be talking about.
But Humble, also this, what I don't understand is why are they putting the pressure on you and on us when they don't have an origin story for Yahweh? If you ask
Nobody
them
cares about you. Nobody cares about you.
Why, like, where does Yahweh come from? They don't, like they have no origin story for Yahweh.
That sounds like a debate.
The origin story is in the scriptures. What the hell is you talking about? That is the origin story.
Right. So if the origin story is in the scripture, that means that Moses got the mechanism from Jethro when he goes to Midianite, and that's a certain time period. So before then, there's no Yahweh.
Abraham had 8 sons.
Before then, there's no Yahweh. The only outside historical first mention of Yahweh is the Soleb inscription dated to 1450, and it's an Egyptian source. It's in Meter Netter.
Abraham had 8 sons. What you talking about? Ishmael is being the first.
Okay, and Midian is the next one, and Midian is Yahweh.
Midian is way later. You have Ishmael and Isaac.
Exactly.
No, you have Ishmael
Midian
and Isaac.
is later.
I'm out of here.
Yahweh comes later.
I'm out of here, bro. King J, pick a hole, man.
Thank you, brother. You just admitted it. Midian comes later.
You want your body to go in, bro.
Midian, Yahweh is Johnny on the block.
Let's debate that.
We can put a date with it. When Yahweh actually comes, we keep debating the same thing.
No, it ain't about what date, because the point is this: is that everything isn't unearthed. So we don't know where to actually pinpoint, but the scriptures give us a pin to point with. Okay, and we know that God came from. We know that the name of Yah came from Shem or Noah post flood.
Yah.
Excuse me.
You say Yah?
Yes, Yah. That's the short form.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. That's a
hey, Lee, I see you, husband.
There are deities in Egypt named Yah. Most of the pharaohs are named Yah. Yahmos is spelled AI, but it's really just pronounced Yah.
No. When we actually look at their description, it doesn't say Yah. It said Ia.
The A and the I is really pronounced just Yah. It's the same thing, brother.
No, it's not. That's a lie.
Hold on one second, child.
The A and the I and the Y. Hold on, real quick, but yeah, just go ahead. But yeah, in Meter Netter, the A and the I and the Y are both just reed leaves, brother. That's all the same.
Can I please speak next?
Yeah.
I thought Humble was playing something.
Humble dropped down.
Okay, he might.
King J, man, let's set up a debate.
What's the topic?
Hey, Kasai, good shit, bro.
Con, I just wanted to say something.
What you been speaking of? All right, I'm go ahead.
Let your side go real quick, y'all. Let your side go. Go ahead, your side.
Con, I just wanted to say something real quick. Like, this is ridiculous, man. First of all, King J is yelling to the top of his lungs, and he's wrong, bro. Like, it don't make sense. I want you to pay attention to some, Sapphire. He said Yahweh is the God of Midian, and that Jethro introduced Yahweh to Moses. You got to pay attention to what he said to you. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard it.
Like, he completely make wrong statements, and he's yelling about it.
Mm-hmm.
He don't like. When I come on, I'm gonna show the debate review again because he didn't respond to none of that in the debate review. He posited this hypothesis like Yirmiyahu keep telling them these are nice hypotheses that has already been debunked. Like I don't get it, but these are nice hypotheses. But this isn't nothing in the biblical text or in the historical text. That's facts, right? So, and then I want to point something out. He keep talking about 100-year this and then 50-year this and that. First of all, he said Humble was smart. He didn't use Israel Finkelstein. Yes, Humble did. Did y'all not hear that? What debate was you watching?
He definitely used Israel Finkelstein.
Like King J, what debate is you watching?
And somebody else. And Kasai debunked all of them. That was the crazy part.
But you get up here and try to argue with me talking about you using some sources from this and that. Like, what are you doing, bro? And then notice there's always a challenge of the date is da. First of all, you be giving out false dates. I got recording of it. And second of all, did you pull up the actual scholar that debunked it though? Like you saying, do you think scholarship changed? That's not a source, my guy. Like what are we doing here? We here just listen to each other, yeah, or is we actually pulling up sources and scholarship? And then Humble, you I see you keep on trying to go, bro. I wanted to show because you stopped me in the after show, not personally, but you was trying to get the show going, and the Q&A. He asked me literally about the timeline, bro. Do you know how many times Egypt timeline has been proven to be incorrect, and the scholars have acknowledged that these dates are incorrect? But I'm gonna do a show on that. You remember I showed it. Remember I showed Isan literally the inscription from Egypt that was misread. I did it last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was a date on Egypt that scholars like Kenneth Kitchen tried to use the secure Egypt timeline, and it was incorrect. So when I tell Humble I don't use the date of 14 whatever for the soul of inscription, I will say it's late Bronze Age, but I don't use that date. You making up history, bro. And you never address once again. And King J, this is the last thing I'm gonna say to you, really, because I don't even go back and forth with you no more. You really just gotta fight your audios at this point. I got the audio where you agreeing with me saying the Messe Stele is evidence that there is already an Israelite presence during the Bronze Age. I got the audio saying you saying that, right? Like this is
Canaan, yeah.
Can you? I don't need you to interrupt me, bro, because I'm.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even realize I wasn't on mute.
Yeah, I got the audio of King J agreeing with me once again that the Messe Stele is evidence that there's already an Israelite presence in Canaan during the late Bronze Age. So all this, not the late Bronze Age, but during the Bronze Age. So all this, there is no Yahweh and in the late Bronze. Like he just gets up here and contradicts himself and argues against himself. But this is why I got that energy with him, because bro, you say one thing, you think we don't hear you, and then you get up here and try to argue with me again like you correct, bro. Like you not. Just give it up. Just be a fanboy like you is. I understand, bro. Like Yirmiyahu been cooking you, GDN Capone cooked you, Omar done put it on you. He sent $20 and you still ain't answered the question yet. A1, can we get this man to answer the audio, please? Omar done sent you another 20. Do I got to send you another 20? I mean, I'm just do I got to send a 20?
Fire
come
emoji.
You might got to send it to King J to get him to answer the question.
Nah, dog. He gonna spend it on weed. He gonna spend it on weed. Nah.
Y'all funny.
But yeah, man, I'm done, man. And, you know, I hope the judges he talking about some judges. Look, I hope the judges really take their time and look. And then this is like, I almost forgot. Yirmiyahu, you just murked him. When they build the golden calf, that's not in reference to El. That's in reference to Hathor. I told him that in the fucking debate. If you read other texts, it actually tells you the golden calf is feminine.
Yes.
It actually tells you that. It's not a male calf. It's talking about Hathor. It's something they picked up in Egypt.
Exactly.
But hey, man, listen. Hey, you got to go back and look at that debate, man. That was a slaughter, man. It's ridiculous.
Hands down. Hands down.
Come on, man. Hey, peace and blessings. Good night. Hey, everyone that celebrate the Passover, that is celebrating the Feast on Unleavened Bread, man. Shout out to y'all, man, keeping the feast and them holy days, man. I'm finna get back to give me a little rest before I gotta get up tomorrow. You know,
Appreciate you again. Appreciate you, man.
Before you leave, I want to apologize because I thought I was on mute when I said that.
No, you good, bro. You good. Y'all.
Yeah.
Shalom, blessings, man. Peace and blessings to everyone, man.
Because I agree with you. I said I don't get, but yeah, I got my own theories about because the Canaanites they were all part of that Levant area. I have a theory that it's not. I'm not the best scholar in the world, but if a lot of people think that, or their argument is that El and Yahweh had different because of that, the things they did were different. And my thing is, well, there was a time where things were more simple. As times went, they look at Yahweh as a more militaristic God or whatever the case may be, and El is just the creator and in charge, I guess, of this pantheon of gods or whatever the case may be. And my theory is, as people have done, they start to think angels are gods or other beings are gods. Like they talk about the fallen angels in the Bible, but and also he was the creator. He wasn't doing all that militaristic stuff until man started making these militaries. If there was a point earlier where they were militaristic, then he would have invoked his militarist powers earlier. I understand that, but like they try to say that, he did two different things, so these are two different gods. But is it like it doesn't really say just because like it's saying because they do two different things, but just because God did two different or played two different roles, does that mean he's a different God?
Who going next?
I'll give my thoughts, man.
Shout out Quantum.
I don't believe El is the pantheon itself. When they start explaining that, I believe, or I ain't gonna say I believe, because this ain't none of my beliefs. This is I'm just telling my insights from the information I get. I get that El is the highest God at the top of the Canaanite or Ugaritic pantheon. In standard descriptions, El is the senior divine figure, father of gods and humans, chief authority, and the head of the divine council. So when people say El is a pantheon, that's a little bit too sloppy. It's more like, in truth, El is the chief god within a larger pantheon. That matters because it changes how you talk about the pantheon reduction. And when you talk about the pantheon reduction is not the whole pantheon is El.
What does Elohim mean?
And this is what you got to understand. It's the process where many God system gets compressed until one God absorbs the status, functions, titles, and the authority that were once spread across the entire council. So if you are talking about Yahweh and El, the real issue is whether Israelite religion collapsed older distinctions and presented Yahweh as the God who now carries El's highest God role. That's the much cleaner frame that they should have been. I would have been trying to make my point anyway. If
you see what I'm saying?
Now to the ball cycle,
you would have died. You would have died on that
ball is
on
not
that point
just
because
working. Ball is not just working his way up through El by brute conquest until he becomes El. That's too flat. The myth is more layered than that because ancient people apparently refuse to keep anything simple. Baal is the active storm god and royal warrior figure. His first major conflict is with Yam, the sea power. That victory is tied to his rise in kingship. After that comes the palace theme, which marks his established royal status. Later, Baal's conflict with Mot is about deaths,
is this an AI
sterility,
that you
drought,
reading?
and the threat of life being swallowed up.
You sound like you're
In
reading
the
notes
surviving
of
summaries,
AI.
Mot overcomes Baal and Anat, and the one who violently attacks and destroys
So you don't
Mot
even know what
before
you're talking
Baal
about. You just
returns
ask AI a question.
and the struggle is resolved. So it's not accurate to reduce the story to Baal kills Mott and
So
climbs
you
over
don't even know what
everybody.
you're talking about.
That's
You
it.
ask AI a question.
Let him speak.
So why does Baal have to fight Mott? Because the myth is doing more than the divine politics. And that's why I say, and don't worry about it, my guy. I hear you talking. It's all incoherent to me anyway. I'm just giving you a bounce
I
back
know because I'm listening to
on
what
what it
you're
is.
saying and it don't make sense. You
Oh,
typing in
it's
something to
making so
AI
much,
because you don't know what you're talking
it's
about,
making
brother.
so much sense.
I'm
You
very
hit.
familiar with the ball cycle, brother. And when you're
So
talking about El and the
Let him
El,
land this plane. Let him land
what's
this
up?
plane.
What's up?
and I ain't got no plane. I don't run out of
Yeah.
oil or nothing. I'm just floating. I'm out. Let me get this on up in here. I'll land in a tree when I see one good. Right now, I'm just give you some bird droppings. Where you at? Where your car at? This is why I'm telling you the whole thing that you saying. I don't know nothing about none of that AI and stuff. I look through this through what I call the quantum lens. I have a whole anyway to look through these incoherent matters in the first place, man. And this the fact. I'm gonna land anyway because he's talking. I found his car real quick. Let me fly some circles. In the end, this is what you got to fight. I don't know what side you stand on. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's incoherent. But you have to face the fact, and this is all of y'all. El is the high god, not the pantheon itself. Baal does not simply replace El, but function as the active storm god within El's wider divine order. Baal's struggle with Mot is about life, fertility, and kingship, confronting death and sterility. Anat plays the decisive violent role against Mot. That layered mythology shows how ancient pantheons could later be reduced, consolidated, and reinterpreted. In that light, the Yahweh El question is best understood as the question of theological identification and pantheon reduction, not a crude yes or no about the earlier layers of said deities. I'm landing in the tree.
But like I said, my theory is my theory. But like, I mean, if you're saying is the highest of the, well, that's what they said. El is the highest or most high of the rest of the pantheon or whatever. And if Yahweh is the most high, there cannot be mathematically, there cannot be two most highs. This is why I don't agree with the Trinity.
Yeah,
there cannot be two most highs. It's mathematically impossible.
No,
Actually, it's 70 most highs at some point because all of El's sons and their particular people they become the Elyon of their particular pantheon. So yeah.
Even in let's talk about. I want to go. I know this isn't where we are right now, but to give I guess kind of a mirror image to
Better not take us
another.
to Kemet.
Huh?
I said we better not end up in Kemet that quick.
No, I just wanted to say to give a mirror of another pantheon, the Greek pantheon. Everybody knows the Greek pantheon, right? There is still Zeus, who is the highest of those gods.
Right.
You know, so as El being the highest of the Most High, and Yahweh being the Most High, there cannot be two Most Highs. There was not another in Greek mythology. There wasn't. Oh, Zeus is the Most
wait,
High,
hold on, brother.
but also Ares is the Most High.
I don't think you comprehending the script. So it's called the ball cycle, right? Why is it called the ball cycle? Because he fights his way up from the bottom of the pantheon as the son of El. He's literally fighting his brothers and sisters, right?
I don't think you heard what I said then.
I heard what you said. You said, how is Yahweh and El the Most High? So are you comprehending what I'm saying is the question.
Okay. I'm saying there cannot be two Most Highs.
Right. And I'm telling you that in the story, El, who is the Elyon, which means the Most High, he has 70 children, right? Some are women, some are male or sons. So they're sons, boys and girls, right? He has 70, right? Yahweh,
hold on. I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm just saying you sound a little choppy right now, and I want to make sure it's not me.
It may be. But yeah, so Baal, right, becomes Elyon, right? Does he not? Does Baal not become the head of his pantheon in the Baal cycle?
I don't know the cycle like itself.
Then why are you having a
I can't give you
conversation?
yes or no.
Then why are you having a conversation?
No,
then?
my thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Yeah, because you're asking a question and then you're not understanding.
No,
Because I'm telling you that. Listen, in the story, the father gives his sons 70 portions, 70 nations, right? 70 nations of people. Each nation has their own particular deity, right?
Right.
Okay. So to that particular nation, that deity is the Most High. Do you understand that, right? So you're asking how can Yahweh be the Most High? So listen. Baal can be the Most High. El can be the Most High. Hadad can be the Most High. Anak can be the Most High. Mat can be the Most High. Hadad can be the Most High. They all can be the Most High depending on the nation of the people who is worshiping the particular deity.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying.
Do you understand? Do you understand that? Does that make sense?
I'm gonna break this down real quick. You are saying that El had 70 children, but El is the Most High.
He's a daddy. He's a daddy.
He's the Most High. Hold on, listen. He's the Most High. I listen to you, so yeah. He's the Most High.
I'm walking with you.
He got 70 children.
Yes.
Who are worshipped by 70 different nations.
Yes.
And now they're the Most High as well. When he is the Most High, it doesn't make sense. That's geometrically impossible, my nigga.
Well, what the brother just read, when you hear the words pantheon reduction, that's what that's called. Where the deities, the younger deities, work their way up. It's called through assimilation, and they steal the epitaphs of the father of the greater deities, right? That's called pantheon reduction. So that's what that's literally called. So whereas to that particular nation, that deity rises to the top.
So you're saying that,
which I would assume that means that those people, whoever worship that deity, is the ones who won at war. So that's why
exactly.
I don't know how y'all don't see that.
That makes sense. But what I'm saying is that what you're saying doesn't make sense because you are saying that I guess you tried to. It seems like you tried to merge what you said with what he said, and you're not doing it right.
As far as what? As far as what's concerned?
Because you're saying that they are the Most High while there is a Most High, which doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. It does to the point that whereas the father, the El Malek, is like the older tradition. So I look at it like this: the older tradition, like in the NBA, you got the
There you go. I was
70s.
just about to say that.
You
There you
feel
go.
me? Yeah, that's a good comparison. I think like the older tradition to the newer league. It's like it's similar to that. You know what I'm saying? So L is the older tradition, and then you get
Choppy, King J.
I am choppy. Okay.
And not just that, if you think about it year to year, think about sports and champions. They be champions for a whole year until somebody come and knock them off or they make it. So if that, you know what I'm saying, it's like they're going through and they're battling to be number one. So while they're battling, there's other ones. Now, I don't, like I said, I don't agree with any of these. Us even sitting here talking about the incoherent to me, but this is what they mean when they say the Pantheon reduction. There was somebody was going to become number one. It's like everybody got the right idea. Like, okay, we can't have all these guys. So now
battle,
guys gotta fight and see who become number one. And so that's how I look at it.
Okay, so with that, man said, and that you used the NFL as a what did you use? It don't really matter if you use the NFL or the NBA.
Yeah, either or whatever.
Yeah. You got a champion. And that champion is a champion for a year. They the champion, but they not bigger than the NBA.
What point you trying to make?
Exactly.
What the point I'm trying to make
the NBA is the old tradition.
Is the Most High, and these lower gods fight amongst each other to get whatever position that doesn't make them the Most High, because El is the Most High.
But that title, that's what they saying. They fighting for the title of El.
Well, it does,
right?
because keep in mind, brother, that the people, the nations who take on Yahweh as their Elyon, they don't take on El. El is over. El is out of memory. You know what I'm saying? So they're not taking on El. They may be taking on the epitaphs of El, but they're giving it a new spin on it. They're giving it a new name. You know what I'm saying? Like they're, so that people can relate modern day.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Just like you saying, Malone, you got champions. You got the team that's the champion. Okay, and here we're gonna say champion is El. When I'm saying champion, I'm talking about the title of El. This means God, and this is why I believe that in the end, in my view, I ain't gonna say in the end. In my view, if I was a judge, Humble would have won, and this is why. Because in the end, we're looking for what El means, right? And if El means God, then that's what they fighting for. They fighting to be that one God. What is that God? And that comes with a lot of things, right? So so now if you believe that El is your God over there, and I would say that Yahweh is my God over here, and then I come and I beat you, and I find out that you was calling El God, and I say, oh, we call Yahweh God, then that means that El and Yahweh was the same thing. And plus, since my Yahweh beat your El, now it becomes that El is Yahweh. Yahweh is El. Your El wasn't what God is. This is what God is.
I understand the spirit, the real God, the mentality was the real God is the God that wins.
Correct.
Right. Really,
whichever one is whoever they say is the highest.
Basically.
Because if I'm sitting over here and I'm saying my God the highest, and King J saying his God the highest, you saying yours the highest, and we getting it, and then all of a sudden we ain't agreeing on something, we got to fight gods, and then
you know what?
gods
You know
fight.
what?
I understand that, and what I'm saying.
Real quick. A perfect example.
Let me finish, because all right. So what I'm saying is that if there was 70 nations or whatever under El, 70 nations under the sons of El, and El was the most high in this pantheon. These other ones cannot simultaneously hold that position if El is the most high. That is what I'm saying.
And this is why they fight over it.
Wait,
though.
wait, because I went while I was in my head. So I wanted to give an analogy of Moses with the snakes, right? And how his snakes eats the other pharaoh. They throw him on the ground. Y'all know the story, right? So that's an example of him showing the superiority of his God over the pharaoh God, right? So that's an example of that, so to speak, as well. But when they're picking the deities, the allotments, they're picking their Elyon. They're picking their deity, and a lot of times is working towards monotheism because they're getting rid of even. Even the Elephantine Jews, they had when we look at the worship of Yahoo, Yahoo, we see Anat. Well, I always see Yahweh with a consort, but that's here nor there because when I ask people when do we see Yahweh, I don't really see too many depictions of Yahweh. And when I do see Yahweh, it has always been. If you want to argue about the Kunta, Ajar, that Astrakhan, we can. If that is Asherah or not, but
You choppy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even hear everything you're saying. I don't want to be. I'm not being disrespectful about cutting you off, but I just saying that you choppy.
Hold on. Let me make sure I got my mic on. Okay, that might be better.
Good.
Yeah, but just Yahweh is just like a mystery to me because I don't see any primary sources for Yahweh, at all. Like I say, when I do see him, I see him with a consort. Outside of that, I really see him depicted in the Bible as the storm god coming from Timan, worshipped by these particular Jordan tribes. You know what I'm saying? They actually come through Shiloh. They actually come through Shiloh. You know what I'm saying? And it's at a particular time period. So that's kind of what I see. You know what I'm saying? In regards to that, but.
And like I said, that goes to my theory is that okay, the just because he did different things at different time periods, does that make him not the same? Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're saying like okay, some people say he was more militaristic, and I'm not sure about that storm thing. I know they say I think I heard something about him being some kind of desert.
Yeah, I've never known. Yahweh to be a creator deity. So, like when we talk about like you creating universes and worlds and things, you would think that would be more of a creator deity, in opposed to a storm god. Baal is a storm god. Things so they a lot of times are interchangeable. Baal Yahweh, we see that title go together sometimes. Baal meaning Lord. There's a lot of this.
So you said, King J, you always see Yahweh with a consort. So I'm thinking,
yeah.
So you must be referencing the Kutula drug.
Well, I really don't want to. We always we can never get ground on that one because it's up to debate if that's either Asherah, Best, or Yahweh. So I use that because that's.
We can get some clarity on it, right?
Oh,
it's just your interpretation of it. You think that the figures that look humanoid, that look the bipedal figures, you think that's Yahweh. That's not what they call Yahweh.
That's what Tamar can comprehend.
Well, Tamar, just for me looking at it, right, and my understanding of Best, and Best being, depicted as androgynous. When I see the females with the phalluses, I think that's Best. I would say one of them is best. One of them probably is Asherah, and the person sitting in the back that looking like they're playing the flute, the harp. I would probably think that probably would be Yahweh.
See, that's
But
what I'm saying.
I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Hold on, King J. You assume that the bipedal, the humanoid figure, or the anthropomorphic figures is Yahweh and Asherah.
Well,
When they're not, hold on. When it's not, the calf is what they call it. That's Yahweh. The calf, the big calf and the little calf, that's the symbol of the Yahweh.
Okay.
In the Asherah pole, which is fragmented, and we have ones that's not fragmented with the same thing. It's a pole that's two what is it? Two
in the back.
It's two lions.
You talking about in the back, or you talking about in the front?
Animals, and they pulling this tree thing. That's the Asherah pole, but on the Kutula drug, it's fragmented.
It's fragmented. All right, I'm trying to picture it. Yeah.
So in the Near Eastern, in the
Top
Northern
corner.
Semitic groups, and or the near what they call it, the ancient Near Eastern inscriptions, we see that those twin calves, those two calves, once again.
But that's not a problem. But look, that's not even a problem.
Come on, King J, which represent Ninersag, right?
So but look, hold on, because Capone, all that is fine, but look, that's still only like, what is that, 9th century?
But no, that's not the point. That's not the point. The time
That is
period,
the point, because we're trying to establish.
The point
Yes, it
is
is.
that the people with the phallus, with the tail-like phalluses or whatever, in the feminine breath, those are not the deity. That's the point.
Fine. Okay,
the
that's
deity
fine.
is
But
the
Capone,
animal in the tree, but the tree, the Asherah pole is fragmented off. I think they have the other piece, but
okay, Capone, that's fine. I'm not arguing those points with you. The point that we were trying to establish with the brother was Yahweh.
That's prominent, though. That's prominent in your discussion.
Yes, but Capone, that's 9th century, and that's the point.
But hold on.
Listen, we're talking about a certain time period, Capone.
Hold on, PJ. Don't gloss over this.
That's the first time. Hold on, Capone, listen, because that's the first time we actually see Yahweh.
But still, no, you are saying that you made a statement saying that
Yahweh. If it's not even Yahweh, we don't even see him then.
Can I see this? Can I say the statement that you made? So we have an inscription, right? So back to the Kutula Drug. You said that you always see Yahweh with a consort, and I'm telling you that the figures that's standing up and the one that's sitting down, that's a lyre player, someone playing a lyre, and those are not Yahweh and Asherah.
Okay. Capone, that's fine.
If that's not Yahweh and Asherah, hold on. If that's not Yahweh and Asherah, then you got to say what is. So I told you what is. It's the calf. Now, if the calf is the Yahweh, now what is the Asherah? Well, it's the Asherah tree pole. So now, why do you say that you always see it with a consort? You got to admit that you're wrong on that.
Capone, listen. If I'm wrong on that, that hurts you, because I'm trying to give you grace for saying that's even a source. What are you talking about?
The Kutula drug? That's
yes,
an inscription. That's
brother, Capone, understand the conversation of what we're talking about. We're talking about the first time that we actually see Yahweh in any primary sources, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I said the Kutula jar is we can't get common ground. We don't need, so we won't even use that. But I went to the Elephantine Papyrus and I said, Anat. I said we see Yahoo with Anat, and I said the only time I see Yahweh is possibly on that Astrakhan.
Wait,
outside of that, do you have any primary sources where you see Yahweh?
Hold on. Go back. You said you see who with or not? you say you see Yahoo with or not? What's that?
Elephantine Jews. Elephantine
Elephantine
papyrus.
Jews, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You see depictions of Yahweh with or not? That's
No.
what you're saying?
No.
So in the
This
Elephantine Jews,
brother, this is not how to make your argument, brother. This hurts you.
Hold on, listen,
You're
bro.
making my point. No, we don't.
The Elephantine Jews was not worshiping the God of Israel. The Elephantine Jews was worshiping Egyptian deities, but they was Jews nonetheless because they came from the tribe of Judah.
Brother, they were from the army, brother. They was worshiping Yahweh, brother. They was worshiping Yahweh.
I mean, listen, in the book of Jeremiah, it talks about the Elephantine Jews, 5th century. It tells you they were left there, talks about the Elephantine Jews. It talk about the Jews that's in Egypt, and it says it's worshiping the idols that's in Egypt. That's in the book of Jeremiah.
So who is the idol? You're suggesting Anat is the idol?
Anat is, yes, it's an idol.
Okay. So we've established that. Listen. We've established that those aren't good sources for y'all Hebrews to use. You cannot use Elephantine papyrus to establish Yahweh.
No, that's not
use the Kunil jars to establish Yahweh. So I'm asking you, hold on, Capone, let me finish my sentence. So I'm asking you to show me a primary source for Yahweh. When is the first time you see Yahweh then? You tell me.
Okay, we got an inscription going back, they say all the way back 16th century BC.
What's that? We know about the Solid and we know about, but what are you talking about?
It's not the Solid. It's a inscription. It's written on a piece of, it's on a pillar or something, piece of stone or something. But
and it says Yahweh?
It had, yeah. But hold on. I get the inscription name. I get it for you. But let's not move away from. You said now we can't use the Elephantine Jews. No, that's not true. They were Jews still, but they migrated into Egypt, and they started to worship the Egyptian deities. And we know this because we had historical references, and we had a book of Jeremiah, which was also found in Dead Sea Scrolls, by the way. And it says that the Jews that's in Egypt and in North and in Tanis and in Memphis is worshiping the gods of Egypt. So now when you go into the Elephantine Jews papyrus and you start seeing, and they say, well, you see this type of culture going on, but they worshiping Egyptian deities and Canaanite deities. And now you see why. Because they was Jews, and they was worshiping Set and something else.
Okay, so now
let's do closing remarks, gentlemen. I'm over here falling asleep, man. I
just came back up because I just wanted to have that conversation about the Kutula drug. Because y'all been talking about that, and everybody is running to the figures that's the anthropomorphic that look anthropomorphic, but those are people. And they saying that those are the deity, but the deity, the actual divine symbol that's on the Kutula is the calf in the Asherah pole. So it's fragmented off, which they have. I think they got the other piece, or they got a similar thing, and you can see it. You can see that that's what that is.
Capone, when you ready for your herb debate?
Okay, from my understanding, I thought, and then I might be wrong. I thought Yahweh was Hebrew for the Most High, the God who was the Most High. But Israel, I think it mean, what does it mean? Child of God. What was his name before it was Israel?
Come on, understanding.
Hold on. We're about to do closing remarks. Let's start with you, the bat.
Yeah, he changed his name to Israel.
Closing remarks is give your synopsis of the night. We not responding.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
say peace.
Like I said, I came in at the end of the debate anyway. So like, just thanks for having me up here to even get in. So like, I mean, I ain't got too much to say.
Appreciate you. That's it. Okay. Well, we'll come back to you. Let's start with King J.
Peace to this platform. Good debate once again. Thanks to the brother for A1 for giving us us debaters a platform, a safe place, so that we can come and express ourselves and have these debates. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a blessing for a brother like that in the community for sure. So with that being said, I'm trying to get in tune with A1. I don't have your number. If you could give it to me so I can write it down, because I do want to set up something with Capone in regards to this topic we've been talking about in regards to the debate. So I think that's a good topic. I think we could
Drop
do something
in the
with.
private chat real quick.
Okay. Capone, how soon could you be ready for that? Because I can throw something together now because we've been talking about it for a while. So I got some information already.
Whenever we can do it, a week or 2 weeks, it don't matter. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
We gotta act when you got some availability.
I'm free, bro.
We gotta get a time slot from A1 in.
We just gotta have a face off. That's what we do it at.
Yeah, we'll do a face off, and then we can do it from probably a week from now or something. I don't know. I'm open. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Let's do the face off.
There you go. My number in the private chat.
Hold on, real quick. Let me grab it before we lock.
Closing remarks, man, so I can get off of here. We're gonna have a face off. Y'all gonna have all day to figure out topic, time, and the date.
I got
pull up the big calendar.
A1 a busy man. It's all good, man.
Man, I worked today. I missed the food. I'm sorry, man. The food closed because it was midnight.
Yeah, I just want to say, once again, good debate. Both debaters. Great sources, good topic. And these the type of discussions we gotta have. I know y'all kind of, some people probably get annoyed with it, but understand that this is the high level discussion that's going on in every platform, right? And let's not take away that A1 put on a debate the same night as other platforms had a debate and had a good turnaround. You never see that happen, bro. So I'm gonna put the stamp on it, bro. Like you man, it's being noticed, So but yeah, great debate from the opponents, man. I was entertained. I'm going to rewatch it. It's because it's going to be more to find, more contradictions, more fallacies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I gave the winner to Kasai. I asked Kasai. No hard feelings to humble my boy. Excellent sparring partner. But yeah. Be on the lookout for me, man. And King J, just let me know when you're ready to get put in that hole, man. Cause you're going in it. Hey, shalom.
Quantum, it's on you.
Hey, shout out Titans Debate League. Another great one, man.
Peace, GDN. Appreciate you, GDN, too. Go ahead, my bad, Quantum.
Yeah. Shout out the Debate League. Anybody that's still left listening, GDN came in with some great stuff. Everybody that was up here, I was listening to. Of course, like I told you, when I listened to him, I just form my own thoughts, and I was having my own. I think it's an unbiased view because I don't agree with either one of those sides, and so I think that's what made me. And I might have simplified the question too much, so I can't say who won. In my eye, if I'm looking for the affirmative, the affirmative that I was looking for is when I see the word El in the Bible and I see the word Yah in the Bible, are they referring to the same thing? And I've always corresponded this my whole life when I did deal with my studies and stuff. And so if I'm looking at that simple thing, then I would just say that, yeah, El, and then sitting here listening tonight, I just got sharper listening to other people's views about it. And it's just what I thought. The gods was warned. Well, at one time they was just happy, but these are different people that's believing in these different gods. Once somebody wasn't happy with it, the gods had to become one. So when a people come take over a people and war with them, they bring in their gods and everything, because this is what they fighting over. Whose god is the biggest, baddest god? All of the other stuff that they be talking about, what survived and stuff, this is why you want to say that Hebrew survived and stuff, because it was a time when people was trying to knock Hebrew off. And so you had to hide it where people couldn't even know what it was meaning, because it was just, but now that it's coming out, we seeing the same thing all around. It's all about whose God was the toughest. And the way that a God shows the toughest is the people who believe in that God. And then they fight, those people fight, and whichever one. And that's why you say right now, Yahweh is the God of the Bible and the biggest God, because the people who believe in God that way choose Yahweh as his name. They done took the identity that they done always covered it with. And that's what it is. That ain't because it's like simple for me to see. I think it's simple for everybody. Like I say, the whole idea of that concept of shows I hate to say it, I didn't even want to say the word tonight, the incoherence of the whole matter. And I'ma just land right there, man. Another, like I said, Chasad, Humble, both of them did their thing, man. Dropped their thing. I don't know what the judges is gonna be looking for. If the judges is looking to see if El and shit, that's an easy answer to me. So yeah, and shit, good night to all, man. A1, D-Bet. We look like we the last ones left, but I'm sure it's people still watching in the chat and in the chat. Shit, y'all have a wonderful morning, evening, wherever you at.
Yeah, I just had a quick question real quick. Do you think that's how you end up with like in the Israelite language, the Hebrew, whatever the case, that was the Hebrew that ended up being the Israelite language? Do you think that that's how they ended up saying Yahweh? And then you have the people who were from the lineage of Ishmael, they said, well, the Aramaic language, I'm not even going to get to the children or whatever, but the Aramaic language ended up saying Elohah.
If I'm using my deductive reasoning, hell yeah.
Makes sense.
Closing remarks, the bet.
No, I just had a question, and that was just a question.
All right. We're gonna end with the song by Connie's son.
I did have one more question though. A1, I know if I text you because I don't always get the notifications, but I don't know why I don't always get the notifications for these debates. If I text you my number, can you call me when you get ready to do a debate?
Yeah, I might start a text thread
okay, bet.
I don't know if you let me send it out individually. Yeah, right. I'm gonna start something.
I'm gonna text you my number then.
Bet.
All right.
Yeah, you good on your closing remarks?
I gave my closing remarks.
Real quick, go to word from our sponsors.
Let's pause the noise for a second, because if you're still here right now, you're already different. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone understands real debate, real scholarship, real intellectual smoke. But you do. This is Coliseum of Arguments. This is Titans Debate League. And what happens here doesn't survive on algorithms. It survives on the people who believe in it. When you support through Cash App, you're not just donating. You're fueling the arena. You're the reason we can bring in high-level guests. You're the reason we keep unbiased judges. You're the reason these debates stay sharp, fair, and uncompromised. This platform is built by thinkers, sustained by supporters, protected by the ones who know value when they see it. If this show has ever sharpened your mind, has ever entertained you, or has ever challenged what you thought you knew, then Cash App is how you say, keep this going. Not everyone contributes, but the ones who do, they're part of what makes this real. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, powered by the people who get it.
My heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. Yeah, my heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. I look in the mirror now.
Yeah, I'm like this intellectual. Just what I did.
Okay, yeah, we about to end the song by Connie's son. Black Business, I think, is the name of it.
Yeah.
And my closing remarks for the night. It was a pretty good debate. It was lit on both sides. I got to watch it back to see who won because I was doing too much working while the debate was going on. But yeah, it was lit. Crowd was lit. We had a great turnout. Excited to see Issa Queen and Gideon get it in this week. Let me go ahead and bring that up on the screen too before we go.
Motivation.
Play that ad.
Humble beginnings.
Hold on. Yeah, let's go to the ad for Issa Queen and Gideon.
Power. Who has it? Who controls it? And who does the Bible give it to? Welcome to the Coliseum of Arguments presented by Titans Debate League. This is not for the weak-minded. This is not for the easily offended. This is a battle for truth. In one corner, it's a queen, bold, unapologetic, challenging the system, arguing that the Bible strips power from women. In the opposing corner, Gideon Yisrael, firm, disciplined, standing on scripture, defending the Bible as order, structure, and divine design. The question, does the Bible take power from women? Belief versus resistance, tradition versus challenge, scripture versus interpretation. No dodging, no soft takes, just raw intellectual combat. Who stands strong and who gets exposed? Step into the arena and witness it live. Coliseum of Arguments, only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained?
Yeah, be on the lookout for that this week. And we're going to end with the song by Connie's son, Black Business. Remember my motto, treat your smile like your money. You never let them steal it. And we out. Peace.
All right. One love.
No paying rent with motivation. Yeah. Go own it. You own it. You own it. You own it. Are you investing your money or are you spending? You got that hunger, you come from humble beginnings. It's time to own it, no paying rent where you living. Go buy the land and you pass it down to your children. Do you feel me? Being broke ain't a number, that there's a mindset. They say it's lonely at the top, you made that climb yet. You wasted time, God no can't get no time back. You can't flip numbers till the day you flip your mindset. Yeah, if I told you crypto numbers, you would think I was lying. I heard people 35 were talking about they retiring. They hit the store, they got the book, they even studied online. About to build financial foundation, one tool at a time. I'm talking refinancing everything to stay alive. Before you get yourself a play, create a Power 5. Self-directed IRA will make it certified. You saving up for your health because they hurting, insurance ride. Cause all the money made in a day is just might save your night. That 401k, make it light, and if it's wrong, you make it right. You take too long, you pay the price. Only the strong gon' sacrifice. Now if I told you crypto numbers, you would think I was lying. I heard people 35 were talking about they retiring. They hit the store, they got the book, they even studied online. About to build financial foundation, one tool at a time. I'm talking black business, 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 black business. One turn into two turn into three turn into four. Now we call that community. I shot with him, he shot with her, I shot with them, they shot with me. And we never close and shop, that's how we build a legacy. Now one turn into two turn into three turn into four. Now we call that community. I shot with him, he shot with her, I shot with them, they shot with me. And we never close and shop, that's how we build a legacy. Come on now, black business, 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 black business.
Amazing news! At Titans Debate League is now looking for interns. We are expanding our team and seeking driven individuals who are ready to make an impact. We're on the hunt for talented people to join our marketing team, a charismatic new host, and creative minds who can produce amazing content. If you have a positive attitude and are used to winning, because that's what we do here, then we want to hear from you. Join us and contribute to a culture of excellence and success here at Titans Debate League. Email us today, titansdebateleague@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Where Infinity Gauntlet is a mere toy compared to the intellectual prowess build and destroy the cipher. Intellectual sword to slice you, or whatever device you recommend surgical.
Questions. Can I ask what we hate each other for? See, I'm just asking, you got that passion to see your sister go. I wanna see that woman stand, you leave her on the floor. Let's try to gain some understanding before you go to war. Your spirit pour deja vu, I've seen this before. Time after time played in my mind, now I can't take no more. I did the crime, I did the time, I only bruised my soul. I had to grind, I had to climb, I had to choose my role. Have you been told that I love you lately? Been around those who don't bug you lately. Go around those who don't drive you crazy. You need a hug, my sister. Better hell with that mean mug, my sister. Come on, receive it, don't you shove, don't push me. It might not be about your nookie, and again, it might be about your cooking. Give you some ends, trying to supply some cushion. Discipline without no whooping. Known to show and prove without no woofing. Open your eyes to what you overlooking. Baby, don't that feel nice? Yeah, tell me, show that, don't that feel right? Ever felt what true love feel like? This ain't no pill high. With no shit they growing, no feel high. Keep you grounded, but yet you still fly. See, now I realize you epitomize everything a woman should be. And I pray to God that he working on my third eye, so I see that this world ain't all about you. It ain't all about me, but if you really giving out LOVE, so can I ask what we hate each other for? See, I'm just asking, you got that passion to see your brother go. I wanna see that man stand, you leave him on the floor. Let's try to gain some understanding before we go to war. Your spirit pour deja vu, I've seen this before. Young men are dying, young women dying, I can't take no more. You do the crime, you do the time, you only bruise your soul. You gotta grind, you gotta climb, you gotta choose your road. Have you been told that I love you lately? Go around those who don't bug you lately. Been around those who don't drive you crazy. You need a hug, my brother. Better help with all that hate, my brother. I know you dealt with dudes that's fake, my brother. Understand I can relate, my brother. Only so much you can take, my brother. What I'm trying to say, don't let that hate become you. Don't never break, my brother. Let me carry some of that weight, my brother. Better cleanse your soul for it's too late, my brother. See, now I realize you epitomize everything a brother should be. And I understand that that melanin inside you connect you to me. And that sun is where we gon' meet. Like God is how we gon' speak. With the same power to build and destroy, but yet unique. See, you get weak and I get weak, and we stay strong together. We keep each other inside that light, cause the darkness harms whoever. And you only create a diamond, keep applying that pressure. My crew knew better, go faster by yourself, but we go farther when we go together. I ask what we hate each other for. See, I'm just asking, we got that passion to see each other go. I wanna see that person stand, you leave them on the floor. Let's try to gain some understanding before you go to war. Your spirit poor, deja vu, I've seen this before. Young men are dying, young women dying, I can't take no more. I did the crime, I did the time, I only bruised my soul. I had to grind, I had to climb, I had to choose my role. Have you been told that I love you lately? That I love you lately. Have somebody, I love you lately. Say, I love you lately. Have somebody told you. Yeah. See how that came out.